Yeah, welcome. 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 Sporting greetings to you wherever you are in the world. Watching me, hearing the sound of the voice. It's always a delight to have you join me on this live stream. Always. And you guys do it with so much. Should I say support? Yeah, that's the word. Shout out to everyone that rocked and rolled with me last night. Guys, we're talking for 3 hours and it was such a beautiful moment talking about football development in Nigeria. We just want to talk about the Super Eagles. And then one talk led to another talk, and we kept going. So shout out to everyone that joined the live stream last night. It was such an informative, educative. You guys, you blew my mind. I was watching it today again, and I was like, you guys did great. TC, Ovie, Henry, who joined again? Lexi. And Lexi, don't mind me. I've been so busy today. I was having a problem, because even for the media, we've got media accreditation, but the organizers of the Africa Cup of Nations, they've said you must have a fan ID to get into Morocco, So my old Nigerian passport is going to expire next year, August. But it wasn't scanning, so I can apply for the fan ID. It's been such a struggle. I had to cancel that to go get a new Nigerian passport. Look at it. That's what I was trying to get in the last 2 days. So I could scan it and send it to the guys in Morocco. So I was able to do that. I used the whole of yesterday and today to get this passport, just so I can go to Morocco for you guys. Now I need to, because I booked a flight for Sunday to go fly directly into Fez to meet the Super Eagles. Now, as it is, I don't think I'm going to get a fan ID and the e-visa. So I need to chase up with the Moroccan embassy to give me authorization to stamp me on arrival. And if they don't, I'll just have to move the flight. So I thought I should explain that to you guys, because I've already told you people that I'll be right there in Morocco. And then I don't want people to, where's Austin? Austin said I was going to, cover the Africa Cup of Nations. It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle. God bless Nigeria. Our systems. That's why I say we need to build systems. It's been so difficult getting this. So I eventually got it today. And I'll see, if anything can be done for me to still get into Fez on Sunday. But if I don't, maybe I'll miss the first game. Hopefully, they get in good time for the second. So shout out to you wherever you are joining me on this live stream. We're going to have fun talking about the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Guys, it's now 3 more days to go. Some people say it's 2. I think 3 yesterday. I said it was 4. So I want to stay with the countdown that I've been doing. 3 more days to go. When it comes, it comes. But hey, it's so close, so damn close. I can feel it. I feel the fever. Countries are in there. They are landing. They are showing off. You see the guys from Comoros with their swag. See Mali with swag. South Africa, everybody, the boys, they want to give us a feast of beautiful African football. I love it so much. The update is what's right there for you. The Eagles, they've landed right there in Fez. They gave them like just swag. I saw Calvin Bassey. I saw Wilfred Ndidi. I saw Ebenezer Akinsamiro. I saw Coach Gennaro. Coach Gennaro doesn't want to leave my head. I saw Coach Eric Sikushel. I saw Victor Osimhen. It was such a good Ademola Lookman looking stunning. The boys. For you guys, you don't have good man. Some of you said that the Super Eagles outfit is like Ashwebi for burial. So Nigeria football fans. They say it's like Ashwebi for burial. It's all good for the love of the game, So, yeah, that was it. It was such a beautiful moment for the Super Eagles. They landed, but they didn't land in good time to have their training. They wanted to have a training session this evening, just to acclimatize, feel the training facility in Fez, get into the mood for the AFCON. But they're going to have 2 training sessions tomorrow. Walk with me. I will give you all of the updates. But I have a very important question. That's it right there. I've called it 2025 AFCON. Super Eagles land in Fez. Are they really good to go? TikTok, thank you so much. You guys have been rocking and rolling with me before I brought the other guys in. The Super Eagles, are they good to go? With what you know, with what you've seen, with the friendly match against Egypt, are the Super Eagles good to go for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations? Can they impress? Can they win it? They reached the final the last time. The NFF said the target is reach the final this time around again. With everything that you've seen, with their level of preparation, are they good to go? Facebook, the Super Eagles, are they good to go? YouTube, are they good to go? My guys on TikTok, you've been talking to me, Pharaoh. Let's have that conversation now. That's the call to action. Super Eagles land in Fez. The Eagles have landed. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see I had to put the Niger flag and the eagle. I feel I wrote ready to soar. I said, no, let me leave that with the title, but let me come and ask my people, let's get conversation out. Are they good to go? That's what I want to know with the Super Eagles. Yeah, tell me. But if you join the live stream, the first thing I want to know is where you're watching me from. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Always a delight to have you join me to, do these live conversations. On these streets, they call me proudly Austin. I'm your main chick. Yeah, I love talking sports. I do it for a living. I do it with so much passion. Let me tell you a bit of what I am. I've covered 4 World Cups, 3 Olympics, Commonwealth Games. I can't even count. International sporting competitions. Oh no, I can't count. The 2010 World Cup, 2020. What's the next one? 14 in Brazil, 2018 in Russia, 2022 in Qatar. So I'm your man. Yeah, I'm your man. I'm proper. When I say proper, I'm not your roadside content creator. No. It's properly trained. Got a degree in mass communications, a master's degree in international relations and global governance. Someday I hope to represent Nigeria in FIFA. Yeah. Let them hear our voice. Let them know we've got solid persons from Africa. Put some grassroots development into the conversation. I'm big with sport for development. Yeah, that's what I do. That's me. Yeah, just in case you don't know, I understand the full life cycle of information gathering, processing, and dissemination. Don't mess around. This is the place to be. It's the fun factory, I don't speculate. I don't talk about rumors. I verify. I call sources. Yeah. So that you know what we're talking about. I want to tell you that it's now 3 more days to the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. The best of African football is about to go down right there in Morocco. Morocco, as a country, they are pumped up. They said they want to give us the best AFCON ever. That's what Morocco said. And they are so pumped up. They just won the FIFA Arab Cup. Morocco are champions of the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Morocco is the only team from Africa to reach the semi-finals at the World Cup. Moroccan women back-to-back finals in the AFCON. Guys, it is what you sow, you reap. Look at Morocco. 10-year investment plan already working. Don't be cho-cho-cho. Put your money where your mouth is. Put people with vision, put people with passion, put people with technical expertise, put people who are about reforms, changes. Put square pegs in round holes. Nigeria. See Morocco. How Morocco is even big. Come to some small countries showing workings now. Look at Botswana. Not just with football. Cape Verde is going to the World Cup. Hello. Slap me. Cape Verde is going to the World Cup. Nigeria will watch from home. That's what you sow, you reap. Tired of saying it. Let's have that thought-provoking conversation. And when you provoked, jump up and start doing something. Start with your little corner. If you love sports in Nigeria, find out how sports is organized in your state, in your locality, in your community. Impact, guys. That's what you sow, you reap. Yeah. Thank you so much, Pharaoh. I need to set the record straight. So on these streets, everyone is a content creator. Everybody knows this job. Everybody, just so you know, when this guy comes here to talk to you, I probably just got off the phone with Wilfred Ndidi. I probably just talked to Eric Shell before I got in. Maybe I was just having a conversation with Finidi George, Gianni Babangida, on what this Nigeria squad is all about. Maybe. I'm that kind of guy. So welcome. If you're new to my YouTube channel, I just thought I should let you know who I am, what I do. Officially, on Channels Television, I'm still a broadcaster all day, every day. I'm Austin OKON-AKPAN. Yeah, that's what they have on the birth certificate. That's what they have on all of those documents. But on these streets, where I can get angry, remove my arms, remove my shirt, shout, I'm proudly Austin. Let's get into it. The Super Eagles, they have landed in Fez. Where is Fez? Inland northern Morocco. They went to hide Nigeria. Almost a village, but it's all good. They've got good facilities there to play football. So the Super Eagles landed there today. Not today, Friday or Thursday evening. Landed. Eric Shell, his 28 players, the backroom staff, some members of the NFF. Nigeria is bidding to win the Africa Cup of Nations for a record fourth time. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they won it 3 times. And the big question is, can this Super Eagles team win it? Guys, be sincere with me. Don't say because we are Nigerians. Don't say because we got Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Wilfred Ndidi, Calvin Bassey, Alex Iwobi. Yeah, of course, we've got Ryan Alebiosu now. Oh, we've got Atkinson Hero. We've got Cyril Dessert. We've got Paul Onuachu. We've got Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen. I don't have Victor just one time. That's arguably the best striker in the world. Put some respect on it. So we can't say because we've got these players. Talking about the mentality of the team. Are they ready? Yeah. Talking about administration and management. Are they ready? You know, to win, it's a lot of work. We don't know. Look at this small dossier of Morocco that I read. TikTok guys, they say we need to like the live. TikTok guys, they say we need to pump up the live. I don't like when TikTok does this to my people, you know. We need to pump up the like. And don't forget to see my goal. Yeah, I look so good with that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the gift. I love it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Yemi. I like it. That was good glasses. Maybe I should get it. I just leave it permanently. Yeah, don't forget to hat me also. Be part of my fan club. I'm building something. When I go to the AFCON, I'm going to start creating exclusive content for people who are in my fan club on TikTok. Yeah, I'm going to start creating content, special content for people who are part of my community on YouTube and Facebook, particularly Facebook. If you subscribe to my page, I'll rock and roll with you. If you do for me, I could do for you. Now, who follow me, I will follow. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate the love. I just want to, make us love these things that I do. I just hear people just talk about things sometimes, and I'm like, nah, it's dead. I don't feel it. There's no life to it. You might know everything and all of that, but pump it up. Let me feel your passion. Yeah. Give me some style. Give me energy. Give me vibes. Don't just call Victor Osimhen. No. Victor Osimhen. That's how I pump it up right here. This is a fun factory. Let's get into it. Pictures. They say tell. How many words again? One picture. Over 1,000 words. So let me show you pictures. So that's when the Super Eagles, they were getting ready to leave their hotel room in Cairo for Fez. Yeah, see swag. See the coaching crew. Eric Shell, the goalkeeper trainer. See Coach Daniel. See Coach Ilechuku. All looking cool, gentlemen. See the Super Eagles players. See the Edit guys. I like the outfit. I don't know why you guys were saying that it looks like people who saw should be for burial. They all look good. They were getting ready to leave. That's Victor Osimhen right there. Samuel Chukwueze. You know, they were like, okay, we're about to storm Fez. Yeah, and this is when they storm Fez, when they go getting out of the aircraft, you know, looking all, you know, swagged up, so fresh and so clean. It's Calvin Bassey, Ademola Lookman, Coach Eric Shell, Ebenezer, Victor Osimhen. Yeah, when they just landed in Fez, I'll show you everything. Walk with me, walk with me. I like the energy. I'm going to play you the video from the NFF when they were talking about that they want to win the AFCON for the first time. That's Victor Osimhen right there. Best striker in the world. What was I saying? Put him arguably. Best striker in the world, Victor Osimhen. Yes, yes, I said so. I mean, talking. Victor Osimhen is the best striker in the world. Like you say, goals they cry. Osimhen. Yes, yes. Keep your Alan. Now you sabi. Keep your Jokeres. Now you know. Victor Osimhen is the best striker in the world. That's what's up, man. I see you, Liban. Osimhen FC. Yeah. Top guy. Yeah. Let's put some video here for you guys. Let's see when the team they were getting ready to leave. Yeah, this is when they were leaving, going to the airport. Look at the guys looking all clean. And see Mola, see Samuel Chukwueze, see Chidera. I like the vibes, you know. The guys look all good, look ready. That's Cyril Dessers. They're like, you know, just chilling at the lounge, waiting to have their flights to go to Fez. You know, I like it so much. And this was when they landed. When the aircraft touched down, Coach Eric Shell came out first, followed by his assistants, and then the players followed. So that's the Super Eagles, you know, and the technical team. When they landed in Fez, on board the chartered aircraft, shout out to the NFF. We'll say tomorrow now, you know, go pay players, go say because you collect chartered aircraft. NFF. Because that was the silly excuse you guys were giving when you didn't pay them. You say, we chartered aircraft. We pay players their bonuses and allowances. Don't build and destroy. So, pictures don't lie. Let me show you again how the Super Eagles landed in Fez. Fez is in northern Morocco. That's where Nigeria is based. They will play their Group C games from there. It's something complex, Fez Stadium. Yeah, that's where they will be. As I said, they will play Group C alongside Carthage Eagles of Tunisia, the Cranes of Uganda, and the Taifa Stars of Tanzania. Big question, the Super Eagles, are they good to go? Guys, tell me. Just in case you don't know the team, I'm scrolling. These are the players that were invited by Coach Eric Shell to execute Nigeria's mission. Yeah. At the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations, the Super Eagles, they're bidding to win the tournament for a record first time. The last time Nigeria won the AFCON was in 2013. Can you believe it? 2013. Who remembers that story? God bless his soul. The late Coach Stephen Keshi became the first player, I think, African to win as a player and a coach. Guys, tell me, you guys know your football. Was Stephen Keshi the first to win the AFCON as a player and a coach? Was he? Yeah, I think so. Tell me. Give me the love. Give me the like if I'm right. Yeah. You know, I remember when Coach Stephen Keshi put together that team. I am guilty. I even called him. Yes. Called him and said, Coach, what is this? What is this? What are we doing with all these home-based players? Why did we just rush and put him together? Never forget, Sister Austin, just support the team. That's what I tell you guys. Just support the team. You see, Pizarro was just giving us negative football, but as long as he was winning, we're supporting him, we're moving with him, and they got to the final. Particularly when we beat South Africa. Yeah, it's so sweet when we beat South Africa. Yeah. Support the team. So that team in 2013, miraculous team. Yeah. What a story. You know, this is football for you. When you think you know it, you get stunned. So I keep saying this is football where anything can happen. Anything can happen. You know. So when I was out there today, I was in a football conversation with 3 coaches, 2 from Tottenham, one from Everton, one from Tottenham, one is a youth coach at Manchester City, and they still don't believe Arsenal will win something this season. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Arsenal, they say no. They say I should wait till March. So don't give up on the Super Eagles yet. Don't give up on them yet. But why I struggle to just come out with so much confidence to pick up anything Nigeria is because we don't plan. We're not big on design. We just want it's wuru-wuru to the answer, fire brigade approach. Let's just do it. No, do it right, do it well. See Morocco, see Egypt, see Tunisia, see even Senegal. To an extent, the East Africans now, they are beginning to do things by design. See Tanzania, see Kenya, see Uganda. I talked about Botswana the other time. What should I tell about Cape Verde? What do you want me to tell you about Cape Verde? They are going to the World Cup. They are big with their basketball. They're good with swimming. They are showing their flexing muscles a bit now with athletics. We are there shouting giants of Africa. We're not walking. And we are relying on foreign-based players. Oh, yes, we've got the guys who are abroad now. They can easily just come in and they will do the job for us. That in itself is a big Nigerian problem. And that's why we're not building at home. Yeah, because we're just going to get Ryan and the bill that England has taken care of. And because he can't play for England, play for Nigeria. Nigeria, stop being deliberate. Nigeria, stop being intentional. Nigeria, we must wake up. We must wake up. If you miss your way, don't keep going. Don't keep going. Go back. Go and retrace your steps. Discover where you lost, where you missed it, and then continue. That's why I'm asking this question tonight. Yes, the Super Eagles have landed in first. The AFCON is here. But are they really good to go? Are they really good to go? Are they really good to go? When was it that we were not doing what we need to do? That the players were protesting? And before we know it, boom, TR Congo took the World Cup playoffs from us. Do we plan as a country? MNO theory fix, big question. Because people in charge are only looking for opportunities. Very valid point. Thank God individuality. Thank God for individuality for players. But individuality can't do it alone. See, team sport is so funny. You can have just one player that is so good. He will be relevant when the team is not solid. See Shevchenko. Don't you wish he was from a country where he can put together a solid team of 11 and 7 have the same quality like him? See Ibrahimovic. Ibra got us talking at the peak of when we're talking about Messi and Ronaldo. But those two, they came from countries that were solid with football. They had a team. So if they do little with the support of their team, they will shine. Ibra didn't have that. So team sports, everybody must be there. Everybody must understand what's going on. So you guys already know the players invited by Coach Eric Sequishel for this mission. I'm not going to get into it. We're just going to waste time. 28 players, 5 of them new guys. New guys. We saw a bit of, I think about 3 of them. Ebenezer Akinsamiro started the last game. You guys were pleased with Tochukwu Inadi when he came in. And a lot of you guys also felt that Salim Fago Lawal was decent, even though he got about just 10 minutes of play. Unfortunately, that was all we could see of this team for getting to the competition. So let me roll back that of that friendly game against Egypt. And we have called out some of the errors. Yesterday we were so big on it. TikTok, let's get the page busy. TikTok, let's get the page busy. Chidozie Awazemi was captain of the match for Super Eagles. He got Nigeria back into the game after Egypt scored. I think he showed good instinct here for a defender. And, maybe this is the year Chidozie Awazemi will, really step up for the team, do well. He's an old guy. But look at this goal. What was the defense thinking? Guys, analyze this goal for me. Analyze this goal. Some persons were blaming the goalkeeper. I've watched it again and again and again and again and again and again and again, over and over again. It was hard to blame Abasogi because first, you won't even expect your defenders not to deal with that ball. Secondly, guys, this is TV we are watching. If you are there at the stadium, you know that the goalkeeper was helpless. Yes, first goal, I blame Nwabali. If you're coming out of your line as a goalkeeper, when your defenders are keeping in line and you're coming out, you must make sure you deal with the ball. If you're not dealing with it, stay in your post. Just stay in your post. Stay there. Keep your lines. Control the defense. Let me play it again. Look at Stanley Nwabali. What was he thinking? So yeah, I blame him for that goal. But the Amas Obaseki goal, the defenders went to sleep. They betrayed him. And to some point, his vision would have been blurred. They must have even blocked him, TikTok guys, we need to like the live. We're going to lose it. They're telling me we're going to lose the live. And I don't want to lose my TikTok people. We need to like the page TikTok. We need to like the page TikTok. So we're going to lose it. Yeah, so TikTok guys, if you want to see the highlights that I'm playing on YouTube, feel free to join us on YouTube. Proudly Austin. Or you just search for my full names, Austin OKON-AKPAN, and then you'll see me. I'm just showing highlights of that game between Egypt and Nigeria. While I try to fix this TikTok device, they say you guys are not liking the page. It's going to go off soon. It's inactive. Yeah, so that's the friendly game Nigeria played with Egypt. Ended 2-1 in favor of the Pharaohs. But definitely when you play this sort of game, there must be positives. But Nigerians will just love it when the Super Eagles come out. We want them to win. Yes, and I understand why, because Nigeria's football is in a state of emergency. Right from when we failed to qualify for the last World Cup, our football got in a very difficult place. That anytime the Super Eagles are playing, the fans just want them to win. Once you wear these Nigeria colors, we don't want to know how you do it. Just go and win. But Coach Eric Shell he's trying to build a team, so he will experiment, But I think it's time he needs to know his players, particularly your starting 11, build some tactical formations around them, have a style. I think if we can keep playing the way we played against Benin Republic, we will just be fine. The drive, the purpose, the hunger, commitment, the cohesion, the togetherness, the unity of purpose. It was a fantastic team. Everybody looked out for everybody. Even when they had scored 3 goals and they needed one more, they were still pushing until they made the goal number 4. That is the sort of Nigerian team. That's the Niger fighting spirit. That's the never say die. That's the hunger, the passion. That's what we're known for. Not what we saw against Egypt. Even if it was a friendly. Nah. We're not that. Shouldn't be playing that sort of football. Yeah. Particularly when we meet Ghana or South Africa. Those are the kind of things that they will now use to come against us. So you've seen it. I don't think I played you the reaction yesterday. So let's get right into the reaction. Chidozie Awazemi was the captain. He's reacting, of course, Paul Onuachu. We'll come back. We'll talk about Paul Onuachu. Listen.
Egypt is not an easy country to play against. They have a couple of numbers of good players. And I think the purpose of the game was for us to test our ability for the AFCON and for the coach also to try new players, to try other tactic and prepare good for the AFCON. So I think it was a good test, though the result wasn't good, wasn't what we wanted. But yeah, I mean, the main focus, like I said, was just for us to see our different structure, different players, newly invited players, to watch them play and see what they can contribute to the team. And I think the coach already saw that, and I think right now we just take the positive parts of the game and then move to the AFCON, because yeah, for us it was a good test. I mean, we dominated the game. We had them sit back, and we had so many chances to score. But yeah, we just take the positive side, like I said, and then we move on.
I feel it's good to play against them, knowing that I scored against them years ago. I had a good feeling. You could see in the game it was good. I had a lot of confidence. Played my game. So fortunately we lost, and of course the goal did not come. But I think I felt good in the game. I think me and the team had a good game.
Do you guys agree with Paul Onuachu? Talk to me in the comments, please. Do you agree with Paul Onuachu that him and his teammates had a good game? Chido Dawazib said the same thing too. But I want to talk about Paul Onuachu because we all call for Paul Onuachu. We always want Paul Onuachu in the team. I think that game was talking about that friendly game against Egypt was at the Stephen Keshi Stadium in Asaba. I was right there in the stadium. Tell me, guys, what year was that friendly again? I was right there. I watched it. He scored that stunning strike. Onuachu is that kind of guy that he will deliver when you least expect. But with the number of playing times he has gotten with the Super Eagles, has he delivered? If we don't get Victor Osimhen, can we say we have Paul Onuachu to deliver? Let's be sincere. Talk to me. Ike Joko, I see your comment. Thank you so much. Austin, I greet you. I think the Eagles are good to go. I predict for the first game against Tanzania, 3-0. Una don't start. Nigerian fans, una don't start. Una don't start. Same you people that can't beat Lesotho and Zimbabwe. You guys have started. Caution. Caution. I know we want to display confidence, but hey, let's relax. Lutayo, joining from Edmonton, Canada. Thank you so much. I think this was when I was talking about my Nigerian passport. My brother, don't complain, no, that you can get passport in 2 days now is a miracle. My brother, I paid for it. And I stood there, I stayed. Because the kind of work that I do, we need to move. Don't forget my passport is expired. It's just that I couldn't scan, so I had to get a new one. So, yeah, the system showed us, system that we're waiting 3 hours for. I don't want to run down my country tonight. Let's stay with the football. SDE Priest. Michael, yes, they are good to go. Michael, why? Shout out to you. You're watching on Facebook. Michael, why do you think they are good to go? What have you seen? Home best. The best of best. Thanks for the update. Thank you too for watching. I appreciate. Thank you. Dr. Adeshola, watching from Dartmouth in Canada. Thank you so much. I want to say thanks, Austin, for the good work you do. I appreciate it. Because I do this. It's my passion. Kulexi, where have you been? I was looking out for you yesterday. So where's my boy Kulexi? We are good to go. Some of the new boys showed some workings against Egypt. Okay, we'll see. I can joke good day, Austin. I have a feeling that this team might just give us a surprise. We never expected by giving it all at this Nations Cup. Don't forget they are also favourite to win this AFCON. Absolutely. Be as good as your last competitive game. So let's go and judge them with the game against DR Congo. Then you understand why there's a bit of cynicism out there. I don't blame people who doubt this team now. I don't blame people who are asking questions. I can't blame them. Yeah, particularly when we know that administration, their head is just turning on their own. So it's a big problem. Yeah. Yes, look, on paper, we have arguably the best exports. We have the best, in Europe. Arguably. individuality, if you want to talk about it, it should be us, but it's beyond that. Let's not even forget all of this English we are speaking. Our coach is barely 1 year on the job, so he's still learning. He's still trying to build a team. Thank you so much, Tom. I see you. I see you. Feel the love, guys. Let's help to reach the live goal on TikTok. I just want 5 more persons to heart me, so you can be part of my fan club. I want you to be part of my fan club. Just heart me. That's what I want. 5 more persons. Tom, I see you. I appreciate. We're talking about trying to get this device steady. Yeah. We're talking about the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. Super Eagles, do you think they have what it takes to go all the way? Kolexi, what are we to expect from Ndidi as the captain? Sincerely, I like Wilfred Ndidi. I like him. I don't think he can do wrong in my eyes. Humble. His leadership is dynamic. Okay, for instance, was Joseph Yobo the kind of captain that Stephen Keshi was? Absolutely not. But Yobo was decent. Yobo won the AFCON. Yobo went to, I think about, Yobo was at the 2002 World Cup. Yobo was at the 2014 World Cup. Yep. Mm-hmm. How many World Cups did Yobo play? I thought it was 3. But he's not his kind of captain that Stephen Keshi was. Okocha was not like Joseph Yobo. So I've heard people say, Wilfred Ndidi cannot be a good captain. Wilfred Ndidi cannot speak. Wilfred Ndidi will not be able to come. No. I've also explained why it might be risky to give the captain armband to Victor Osimhen. One, you put pressure on him because he wants to deliver. He will take too much responsibilities when the team is not winning, when they are not scoring goals. And when Osimhen goes hard with his football, next thing is injury. Check. Guys, let's do our research. How many teams, clubs actually give the captain armband to strikers? Check. It's rare. Most times, it's goalkeepers and defenders. And I've explained why for goalkeepers, most times they are the older ones in the team, and they have a good view of the game. So they can command the game, they can control the game. That's why they give it to goalkeepers. And in the real sense, goalkeepers are not really in contention. They're not under pressure to go and score unless when the game is really difficult. They are not looking at, if you are good as a goalkeeper, you have your place in the team. Unlike defenders, a bad game, they can sub you, they can change all of that. So I don't think I'll give the captain armband to Victor Osimhen. Not because he won't be a good leader, but because he'll be under too much pressure, as an individual to deliver. And that might not affect the team. Wilfred Ndidi hasn't done badly. He will not come and shout the way William Troost-Ekong will shout. But sometimes as a leader, you show the way. You show the way. How you carry yourself is important. What's going on the field of play, how you deliver. Let's use clubs. If you look at Martin Odegaard, will you think that he'll be a good captain for Arsenal? Oh man, he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job. But when you look at him, perfect gentleman, the way he plays, his football, everything. So, yeah, I would give Wilfred Ndidi. One basic reason why I'm giving him is because he has done the job as a standing captain. So it will not be difficult for him to just continue. And it's part of the old guys in the team. I think the oldest guy in the team should be Moses Simon, and then followed by Alex Iwobi, and then I think Wilfred Ndidi. So maybe they might just give it to Moses Simon. You never know. Yeah. Thanks, Kolexi. That's a good question. Damen Emma Pop Capman, I'm with you, my people. One love, keep us together. Well done, sir. Thank you so much, Damen. Watching from Facebook, I see you. See you. Colexi, you come with a lot of positivity today, Nigeria for the win. Guys on YouTube, before we continue, please like the live. Guys on TikTok, they're doing a great job liking the live. Guys on YouTube, let's like the live. Let's share it. Let's subscribe to the channel. Thank you to the guys on Facebook. You guys are also doing your job. Thank you so much. But TikTok, if you guys don't like the live, we're going to lose it soon. Liban, can they do it without Osimhen? Why not? It's team. Look, football is funny. Okay, if Osimhen gets injured, just like what we've seen in previous games, are we not going to play? If Osimhen is suspended, are we not going to play? It's football. Look, what I don't want people to do, yes, there might be a strong guy in the team who is doing the job, like in our case, like Osimhen, who is showing more hunger, more passion, more drive, who is doing well. But if Osimhen scores 4 goals and your defense is bad, you can lose 5-4. So your team must be solid all round. That's what football is all about. That's what every team sport is all about. When you have a team, it should be a solid team. Otherwise, you struggle. It is what it is, as simple as that. You're going to struggle, you know. So all these one people are talking Victor Osimhen. Victor Osimhen has played for us and we've lost now. Victor Osimhen not played the last AFCON. Victor Osimhen played the game in Lagos that Central African Republic beat Nigeria. That's what we're talking about. We need to have a solid team. That's what we need to have. That's very, very important. We need to have a solid team. Just want you guys to see the last training session of the team just before in Cairo, before they left for Fez. Is getting foreign-based players a bad idea? Are you saying we can't succeed with such players? No, I'm not saying that. Nah, I'm not saying that. But Kunlezi, I don't know how long you've been following Nigerian football. In 1994, I think that's when we started seeing the likes of Efan Ikoku. I think after that, Ruben Agbola came. They were foreign players. But they're not a sick football play. They come, they sit on the bench. Not that they were not good. Because our homegrown talents were solid. I'm saying if we keep relying on foreign base, we will not build talents back home. The NFF is the easy way out. They'll just go and scout these foreign guys. And I know what I know. That's why I read my profile for you guys to know. There's no way things don't happen to bring these foreign guys into the team. Yes, I know what I know. So we must give attention to the guys back home. Well, look at South Africa. Look at South Africa. Is their football not shining? 90% of their team is from their league. Is their football not doing well? I'm not saying we won't succeed with foreign-based players, but what are we doing back home? Do you know one major reason why people still even like the Super Falcons is even if we bring the foreign-based ones, the homegrown talents, the ones that came out from FC Robo Queens, from Rivers Angels, from Delta Queens, from Edo Queens, they are still solid. They are still part of the team. How many MPFL players do you have in your team? None. None in this current Super Eagles team because the league is trash. Your first choice goalkeeper plays his football in South Africa. Amaso Basoge plays his football in Tanzania. Africa. So if we don't find a way to start building back home, forget it. Oluwasegun on TikTok. Without him, we lost our World Cup. Well, I won't say it was without him. The team was poor. And that's it. Udubayo, diaspora born and Nigerian born players, all Nigerians who can work to make things work our own. Well, exactly. But don't come and okay. Whether or not we agree, the mentality of a player born back home I don't want to call names of the current squad, so it won't look like we are. Let's just take our sample size from, let's look at random. The mentality of a player that was born back home, played football in Ajegule, maybe traveled around the country, played 3 MPFL clubs. He will never have the same passion with somebody who is foreign based. Never. They're all Nigerians. But what the guy playing back home has been through, what has shaped him, can never be compared to a guy who was born abroad. What he passed through, the system, the struggles, and then he has an opportunity to wear the national team colors. Brother, I ain't died here. Are you guys forgetting class of 94? This foreign born team, is it not in the 2000s it started? Who was foreign born in your 1980 squad? From 1980 till the end of the 90s, how many foreign born players did you have? Was our football not shining? We were building, our league was solid, community football was good. With the talents, they cry everywhere. But now, because they can easily just go, oh, who's that Nigerian that plays in Austria that cannot play for them? I want to play with them, go and get them. That's what the NFF will keep doing. Yeah. I think Amas should save that. I think Amas was blocked. I think his vision wasn't, proper, so he didn't really see that ball because, again, he thought his defenders were going to deal with it. Fullback was Poly's position, and CB should read the game better. Yeah. Kenjoko, that's a defensive error. The goalkeeper shouldn't be blamed for that goal. Yeah. This I blame in Wabali. This one I blame in Wabali. But that second goal, it's hard to put it on Amas Obasogie. Yeah. Nemeka, I expected Koshel to use Amas and Uzor to clear the doubt we have for these goalkeepers. Nwabali has no business to play on this Egypt game. We know what he can. Exactly, I said it yesterday on the live stream. Particularly that the Chippa United coach wonders that this guy is not fully fit. Why did he play Uzor Nwabali? Why? And you see, now what you've done, you've made him come, he has made errors, and that's what everybody will remember. You will not put the guy under pressure. Uzor hasn't been with the team for a long time. Uzor is back now. Play Uzor and then bring in Amas. Or start Amas and then you bring in Uzor. You went and played Stanley Wabali in a practice match. I don't get it. Twice now we have been poor in keeping offside trap. Should we be keeping offside trap? Of course, why not? But that's the problem. We went see the two defenders, the two central defenders. They're playing with themselves for the first time. Chidozie Awazim and Igbo. It will show. That's why I keep saying, build a team, build a steady team. If for 1 year now, Eric Chell has been in charge, has been using a particular squad, and we know this is the squad, and for this type of practice game, you are now using players who will show you brilliance, just like what Tochukwu Nadi did, who will show you sparks, and then you say, okay, I've seen him now, put him by the side. But you must have a team. That's how to build systems. That's how to perfect formations, strategies, tactics. You say, Austin is just an analyst. I like this comment. Let me take this off. You are praising Cape Verde, but you conveniently forgot that 90% of their team are players from the diaspora. Croatia are going to the World Cup 100% from. Fine. I agree. What is the population of Cape Verde to Nigeria? What's the population of Curacao to Nigeria? You guys don't understand what we have as a country. The talents, the markets. Why are we not nursing? Cape Verde is a small country. Can't be comparing us to Cape Verde. Now that's the one you know with football. But I'm telling you what I know, the research I've done about Cape Verde. Go and see what they are doing for grassroots football, for grassroots basketball, for athletics. Go and see. You think if they don't have systems, don't have structures, that's for everyone to come and play? Why do you think this elite guy is playing for you there? Why do you think they are complaining? Common stadium we don't even have. The one you are using, you think the players are comfortable with it. We lack structures. We lack purpose. We lack reformers, visionary leaders. We don't have administration and management is dead, it's gone. Because we still treat sports as leisure. We're not seeing it as business. You don't hear what they are saying about Cape Verde now, what's going for this World Cup is doing to the economy. My brother, after this life, go and do research now. You know it goes beyond that, they have diaspora. We are talking Nigeria here, Niger. Do you know why we are killing ourselves? Do you know the market Nigeria would have commanded with going to this World Cup? Do you know the population we have in Canada and the United States of America? You're talking Cape Verde with Lagos big pass. Should that be our standard? And yes, even if they have the diaspora, they are doing well back home. That I know. That's what we should be doing too. Mecca, I'm worried about the left back. Sanusi needs to definitely watch his shoulder for strikers, not to take advantage of his wing side. I think we would have stopped that cross that resulted in a goal. So I struggle to blame them in a practice match. But if I sit down with Coach Eric Shearer, I will say, what was your game plan for this friendly game? What was your objective? What was it you wanted to see that you have seen or you did not see? That's what I would have asked him. Let me go to TikTok. Thank you so much. White Interiors, Austin, my boss. Baba, now you be the boss. I raise my hand for you. Musketeers, are we going or not? Going where? Don't say World Cup, because the update I'm getting is that FIFA has even thrown away that case that we are going to go and say that Congo DR used ineligible players. That case lacks merits now. We're just showing that we are wounded lions. So if we just want to go through back door, since we are not going, we want facts. God help my country. God help my country. I'm not going to any World Cup. Let's focus on the AFCON. Do the right thing. See if we can win it. Dr. Adeshala, I think they need to play together before the main game. Unfortunately, there's no time like that. The AFCON is here already. Maybe they might find a small team in Morocco to play, but that too is risky. I won't even let them play, because this is how, again, as somebody will go and kick Osimhen now, we hear that he's injured, you know. So I think they should just be doing their trainings and just perfect their formation. Nameka, our midfielder needs to do better. Give me a minute. Our midfielder needs to do better. I don't see a reason why our number 9 should draw all the way at the back during the play. Try to collect the ball. E.g. Dessers and Paul has no ball feeding during the game. Yeah. Whoa. Comments, Yakpa. Comments, they cry. Thank you, guys. I think all our strikers still lack the pressing style, except Osimhen. No, Colexi. In fact, Colexi, come on in. Let me educate you guys tonight. No, you guys are carried away with Osimhen. Yes, Osimhen is a player. Osimhen is doing what he needs to do. Football, every man that you see on that pitch has a role. Every man has a role. If that ball do not get to Osimhen, he is gone. Aubameyang did not see ball to play against Super Eagles. Next Champions League game, he was scoring a brace against Newcastle at 30 how many. But when he played Nigeria, he no see ball, he no play anything. That's what I want you guys to know. For Osimhen no see ball, he no go play. When the team is doing well, Osimhen will do well. Osimhen does not go to defense to pick the ball. Now the ball moves to him. Why are we not commending Moses Simon? Why are we not commending Samuel Chukwueze? Why are we not talking about the work indeed Frank Onyeka they are doing in midfield? Why would you say Osimhen? Okay, let's talk about the goal Kolezi that AFCON scored against Gabon. Yeah, did you see the high press play that Moses Simon did even when we're not with the ball? Did you see it? Forced the defender to play nonsense. Did you see Adam's instinct to follow the ball, took out the goalkeeper? Osimhen no did that match. Guys, calm down. It's team sports. It's team sports. I'm not taking out Osimhen's role. But the other guys are working. They are doing the job that the coach said they should do to make Osimhen look good. You didn't know what Wilfred did not give Osimhen clear through pass. Did he not miss? Did anybody kill him? Calm down now. Calm down. Osimhen, they make mistake too now. He's human. But I'm saying if the team is good, Osimhen will be better because of the kind of player that he is. It's teamwork. Everybody Osimhen. At the AFCON last year, Ademola Lookman made us look good. But we saw Osimhen doing the work because they were marking him out. So Mola put on the intelligence of a joker and was stepping in for us. Because everybody wants to outmark Osimhen. So if everybody outmark Osimhen and the other guys are not good, do you think your team will win? Get in here, Kolezi. Let's talk. Get in here. You guys have made me put my heart of an analyst. So that come here, I just want to be your moderator. I just want to give you guys information, But I like how you guys make me, get into my football element. That's the passion that it does. I just believe Nigeria will do well with the right people around. 58. Let me bring in you guys. I'm going to drop the link now. If you want to come talk about, are the Super Eagles good to go? They have landed in Fez. Are they ready to soar? Can they win the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco? That's the conversation I want to get into now. So if you're on TikTok, if you're on Facebook, you want to be part of it, get on YouTube. Proudly Austin. Let's do this together. Emmanuel, I see your message. Good evening, Mr. Austin. The team isn't inspiring. Why? Emmanuel, why? We will be lucky if we get into the quarterfinals. It is well. God bless you for all that you do. Thank you for ending that with a prayer and blessing for me. But we talked about it at the start that this is football where anything can happen. I like Coach Shell. In London, I had about 2 hours. Both of us were just talking. After interview, we stayed, we talked. He told me about his game projects. Go on my YouTube page, guys. I search for Eric Shell. Just say Eric Shell. Let me see if I get the link. If I can get the link. Go and watch that interview. You understand? It means well. He knows what he wants. But our football is going through a tight transition phase. You see, when a team isn't solid mentally, it's a problem. From when we lost Coach Gennard Rowe, who kept telling us he was building, we now went to the AFCON in Cameroon. Won our first 3 games. Okay. It's like when you do operation and the surgeons, they're like, let's monitor this person to see if we did the corrective operation properly. Guys, I've shared the link to join the live if you want to. Just click on it and get into the studio. I'll bring you up. So we went to that AFCON. We won our first 3 games. Remember that? Austin Eguavoen was the interim coach. You remember? We beat Egypt, I think, in the first game. We went on. I was leaving London to go to Garoua, where Nigeria was. I missed my connecting flight. So because it was so difficult going to Garoua, again, they put Nigeria in the north. I don't know why CAF is always sending us to villages to play AFCON. There will be capital there. They will not put Nigeria. They will always go and send us to the inlands, to the northern part of whatever country is hosting. That was what happened. We were in Garoua. When I landed in Lagos, I missed my connecting flight to Yola because I already chartered a car from Yola that would drive me into Garoua in Cameroon. I was in Lagos and I missed that flight. So I said, let me just stay. That Super Eagles are on fire now. They won won their first 3 matches. They are doing well. At that time, there was COVID. About 8 Tunisian players had COVID, if you guys can remember. Tunisia beat Nigeria. So you see that operation, it affected them. 2021. 2022 World Cup qualifiers came. We're doing well to the playoff with Ghana. We lost to Ghana. Took us back. Jose Pizarro now came. When Pizarro came, he started pumping confidence, giving the father figure vibes. The man just wanted money. And with the Super Eagles, it's a big brand in Africa. He knows he just needs to win. He saw that was what was missing. Remember, guys, when he came, those friendly matches he was playing, remember he was losing. But nobody was bothering. It showed the signs that I'm not that good for the long run. But when you go into tournament mode, the man just chose a very defensive tactics. And he took us to the final with about 80% of the same squad. He didn't build. A team that made it to the final of the last AFCON cannot qualify for the World Cup. Jesus. In a group that had Lesotho, Zimbabwe, Rwanda, South Africa, Benin Republic. Guys, walk with me. I know what I'm saying. We need to take away building. We need to take away winning, and build. Is this win at all costs that is destroying us? 10 years ago, how many of you were talking about Morocco football? 10 years ago, how many? It's what you sow, you reap. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. You must go through that pain to get the gain. We are not ready. Now everybody is so happy. Charles, the link is right there. The link is right there. Click on it and get in. You were just about coming on when I was leaving yesterday. And guys, don't forget, we're starting the AFCON support. Let's go. I need to see the super chats. Thank God I remembered. Let's start seeing the super chats. In fact, I'll start highlighting the super chats now. Let's support the AFCON movement. Let me see. Great job, Mr. Austin. I will follow on Nigeria team. Yeah. This guy must be somebody from Rico Kute. Did you guys lose in court too? You guys have come. We are not talking DR Congo. Leave us alone. We are talking AFCON. Our team, they are in Fez. Kule, I think the coach is supposed to have identified his problem and fix it by advising the strikers not to allow any team to start the ball from their goal post. We will not allow this at all. There can no disrespect to Osimhen. We cannot do it alone. We cannot run that field alone. That's why, see, I'm just praying for Victor Osimhen and Ademola Lookman to click. Then we'll be a solid team. The problem I am only seeing now is Ademola Lookman and Victor Osimhen, their personalities on the pitch, they clash. Because they are both just too good. But they must find a way to play with themselves. Whether you give Yekini, Amokachi, or Siasia, they will do well. They will do well. Whether na Finidi this side or na Munikeo, Papa will do well. That's all we need to fix. Charles, get in here. Good to see you, bro. What's going on?
Good to see you. Austin, how are you doing?
I'm blessed. I'm awesome. You know, I was just I feel pumped up. I'm fantastic. I'm super.
Yeah.
You know, I just feel, you know, sometimes I just feel like, you know, that we just need to make this world a better place in our own way.
Yes. So Austin, about the AFCON, I hope we do well, okay? You know, so far this ever since the playoff final leading up to now, it's been bad news upon bad news upon bad news, and Nigerian football right now is in worse. I don't think I've ever seen it being this worse before. So, but let's just hope we do well, because if we do well, hopefully our ranking will be higher, so that the next World Cup, qualifiers leading up to 2030, it's going to drop if we don't play World Cup, because that DR Congo and stuff, man. I removed my mind. I said, even though Nigeria wins the case,
Mm.
I don't feel happy about it, because I want us to earn our spot. I don't want this is a handout. This is a handout. Is this what we'll be doing? That if we can't win, we're looking for loopholes. Come on, this is pathetic.
Yeah.
It is pathetic. I was
because
disappointed.
of what they have identified that
Mhm.
they will lose for not going to the World Cup, which is because of that market that they have talked about in the diaspora in Canada and USA. So they want to Uru to the answer.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. They were one. Gusto and his boss, Pinnick, they were one 12 years ago. They said, what is your plan? Is it only qualifying for competition? What is your plan? Do you want to be developing and winning? What do you want to do? He said, oh no, we're qualifying. Look at, Burkina Faso, right? You saw that they almost made it to the playoff by 1 point. We were ahead of them by 1 point, right? Correct? Now look at, they are building a footballing stadium. Very soon, don't be surprised if Burkina Faso start, anytime we play them, they dominate Nigeria. Maybe a Premier League club just signed them not too long ago. Signed one of their youngster. Very, very soon. Teams are waking up. This is why I get angry. I wish I was on that schedule of Degbami's life. The way I will have finished Gusso with questions, the way I will have finished him. Because he's basically blaming the government. What are you blaming the government for? He's blaming the government. If you don't know how to generate money through football, you leave that place. Let someone come and take over. He's saying he tried all his best. Now he's saying that he's giving the mandate to Eric Chell to win the AFCON. How can Eric Chell win the AFCON when he that's not his players? Some of the players there are not his. How can he win the AFCON? Look at Nigeria versus Egypt. I knew we lost that game. I wasn't surprised. I knew we lost the game. The 2 goals we considered was just bad defensive error. So people were insulting. They were insulting AFCON. They said AFCON is the cause of all of this and all that. The way we will miss AFCON, the way we will miss AFCON. You people will now know that the real problem of Nigerian football has always been the NFF, not these players. Sure, they will make mistakes. Sure, they will mess up. But these players they've been helping us a little bit. And these diaspora that they keep blaming, they've been helping us. See, everybody in this YouTube comment, go and sign that petition. Let's start from there. Go to MobiCase, go and sign that petition. Because I remember when he was talking about the cameras and camera stuff. Look at the setup now. The cameras are becoming better. That's because somebody complained. Because if you don't do anything, brace yourself for more disappointment. Disappointment upon disappointment. Because there's no investment in coaching education. There's no investment in under 17, the under 20, nothing exceptional. The under 23, non-existent. Our women's team, the same thing. So please, if you are listening here, go and sign that petition. Let's start from here. MobiK, C_MobiK. Morocco just won the FIFA Arab Cup. Are you aware?
Of course, I've followed
exactly.
It.
This is what you get. Now they've won like what? How many FIFA tournaments in 1 year? About 2 or 3.
I like it. That's why I've left this comment from Sanel. Let's build long term. I've always been saying it.
Exactly.
Most people are discovering me now on YouTube. They don't watch my TV show on Channels TV. If you watch, you will know that I'm a developmental guy.
Exactly. See, Austin, you said if you plan to fail, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. It's easy as pie. Look at England. England have their own DNA project. It started from that 2014 when they started messing up. They said no, let's change our football, let's revamp our football system.
About 6 centuries back. It's
exactly.
The moment you enter there, you know that this place is a factory for talents.
Exactly. Now, the hostel that are building in Abuja, why can't they change that to a facility, to a world-class facility? Why are you building hostel for? What will hostel do? Why can't they change that to a facility?
So say when they do screening, players will have where to stay. Wait, I'm coming, Charles. Kulexi, I want you to turn your camera to landscape. I want you to be on landscape, not vertical. And then I'll bring you in. I want you to be fantastic. That's it. Get in here, Kolezi. Get in here.
Because
Take it off, yeah.
Because, like I said, if I was on that live, I tried calling the number. It did not go because I was ready to finish him with question that day. I tried calling the number.
I see that you're really doing a great job with holding the NFF responsible, but let's tackle more of issues. Let's leave personalities, because the NFF, they are a victim of their own system. This is a system that has been there since Sani Lulu Abdullahi. You know, first thing first, we have said that we need to abolish their nonsense voting status.
Yeah.
We need to break the power of their Congress. We need to put in more football stakeholders into the structure that brings in the leadership of the NFF. That is what we should be pushing. Mobica's petition is fine and everything might lead to the overall changes that we need. But I want us to know that it is a system war. Kolezi, welcome. Let me hear from Kolezi, Charles. Just hold on.
Yeah, I was going to comment on 4 things. One, I will start with where we stopped about the NFF and the development of football. I think on every project management, the first thing first is you want to look at short-term goals and long-term goals. While I understand that long-term goals are important, but sometimes the short-term goals fuel the continuity and the encouragement towards short-term goals, towards long-term goals rather. But it's also important not to get carried away with the short-term goals, because you know that the short-term goals are supposed to key into your long-term goals. I think, for example, I'll give an example. I think Nigeria, for example, we should say where we are now, what can we do with the crop of players we can get now? How do we develop them? One of the things is what you said, Augustine. One is, okay, we should have a coach that we want to leave for a while, and a coach that we want to help develop a team that is working now. And then at the back end, while these players are playing in that rate, we should go back to what we used to do best, which is develop our youth football. Because we used to have a very balanced youth. In fact, most of our youth football then, 90 or 80% of the players on the under 20, under 17 were mostly home-based players. You will get 1 or 2. And that structure, that system should still go on. One of the places why we've lost it now is because we don't have that. We don't even have that system anymore.
Let's just wait. So to everyone who's been saying, making it look like I'm talking down on the foreign-based players, particularly you, when we're doing well and winning under 17, how many would they bring from foreign?
No, none.
We didn't have to bring a lot.
So why was there no transition plan?
No, because listen, see, because of our success, the foreign-based player, they saw the success and they wanted to, take part in it. Nothing is wrong with the foreign-based player playing for us. The thing is, see, whenever we go for competition, we need to start assess. We assess them when they come back. What's their weakness? That is what France do to their football. That is what France do. They assess them. They have something called a Clairefontaine. You see this Mbappe that you people that they're hyping. All of them, Thierry Henry. They put them in the academy. They train them on their weakness, on their strength. Play them with that on their weak foot, on their strong foot. Teach them the different system. Then they send them back. And they ask, cool, this is what we can do.
Charles, just pause. Coolly pause. Let me come back to this comment. Guys, feed on this comment. You finish reading it. Let's build long term. Just yesterday, Egypt launched Vision 2037, a 12-year plan building academy and high performance centers in their 7 regions and 1 in Cairo. Do you know what gave birth to calling these guys from the diaspora? You guys want me to tell you?
It was not Pinnick.
Pinnick was Pinnick.
No, that's why we get it wrong. Let's not tackle personalities. That's why I keep telling you, let's tackle systems. So what happened was football went scientific. My brother, we were using old men to play age grade.
Of course, that's why we're doing well as well.
There was no progression. That was why we started looking at these young guys. Alex Iwobi has played 93 times. He's barely 30.
And he's still young.
You see what I'm saying? So when we found out that these young guys that are truly young, particularly the North Africans, started doing it. But we had to look at Europe to help us.
But the thing is,
when I don't forget little Messi, Stanley Okoro, a big Stanley.
But we knew that was not his age now.
But did we not praise him?
See, the thing is,
he can thank God.
See,
Chris Santos. No, we have a lot of them that they played on that 17, but they were not young, bro. That was what, because you see, the all boils down to we didn't have a system that was building young talents. That's why.
Can I ask you a question, Oga? Now, Nigeria as a country now, I know maybe we'll not be able to say it, but this is where I'm saying. That is why I said short term and long term goals. Do you think for a long term goal to be able to see a project through to the very end, do we have what it takes? I'm talking about even looking at the country too. Even if we have people who have good intention, do you think we have what it takes?
Ebenezer Akinsemiro is from Remo Stars Academy. Do you know how good the Pepsi Academy was? Mikel Obi or Sazel Dewinge. Most of our stars.
I almost played in Pepsi Academy, actually. I almost played in Pepsi Academy. But it's very good.
Kunle, the academies are doing well because they treat it as business.
He said exactly.
That shit. Government.
Exactly. And our leaders, they see football as recreation. This is a business. This is an income. This is revenue. It brings in so many stuff.
Which is why I'm saying now again, that's why I go back to the question again, that do you actually think that even if you we are looking at Nigeria as it is now, can you even say that is something that can happen in the next 2, 3, 4 years?
See, it can, but we have to change the system. We have to change that system. It can. There are good people with intentions. It can.
The last time people went on the campaign, Black Lives Matters campaign, was it not death? They killed people who had good intentions eventually.
Yeah, see, let me tell you something. Nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes easy. Nothing good comes. This this civil rights movement that African Americans fought, there were lives, there were losses, but they had their mind on one goal: freedom. And it gave birth to so many things. Hell, it was even what sparked the revolution in Africa, because some of our leaders, they saw it as inspiration. So yes, listen, nothing will come easy. Keep that in mind. Keep fighting, no matter what.
The point is, we are talking about keep fighting. I'm a very optimistic, I'm a very realistic person, and the point is this: the level of corruption we have in our country has gotten to a point where even when you want to do something right, it gets stifled up right from the very beginning. You think all these things we are saying, these people don't know about it. You think they don't know. You tend to think that I want to think that you think people will call NFF chairman, all of these people. You tend to think that to get to that position, you think they are not intelligent. They are intelligent people, just that they've just chosen to use that intelligence in the other way that you would not expect because of what.
Or the comments that is on the screen. Look at what Dr. Adeshola is saying.
It's what I'm saying now. That's what I'm saying.
But see, that was why Momiki came up with that petition that we have to scrap that statute, because I recall they said the assemblies called they were calling Gusso to come and ask him question. He sent Sanusi. They said no, we want you to come and answer question. The man don't like to answer question. He be dodging press conference. I don't know why. He doesn't like answering questions. He be dodging press. Look at Nigeria release list on midnight. Oh yeah, come on, address the public. No. Everybody kept quiet, like they don't owe us anything. And because we are too quiet, If a content creator can give these people sleepless night, that they had to block him, come on. That should tell you that our quietness is what.
Can I take us to a different direction? There was a reason why. A second point I was going to make is the trend. If you look, I know in Nigeria now, Nigeria has one of the highest exporters in terms of immigration currently. And it means that even if you set a 2037 plan, the young talent that is born now, for example, here now, the parents are moving. People are moving to Canada, to England. And I will tell you this, having moved as a middle-aged person and having children, that I would sign up. My child, for example, signed up in football team when he was 3 or 4, started going. You have a lot of Nigerians who are doing that when they get to UK. I was in the UK before I moved to Canada. And all of these things are happening. Now, you see, what I'm trying to say essentially is part of our journey, because of where we are now, is that transitioning is happening. Large number of people are in that situation. So even beyond what we have now, in the next 5 years, we will even have many more crops of talent that would probably be there. And my own problem now is the system that we are moving, where we are moving into, has provided what is working. But right now, 5 years from here, it looks like we might still be talking about this thing where we are now. And I think that's the reason why when we even bring these guys here, they will still struggle, because we are going to camp them here. We are going to camp them with the structure and with the level we have, and we are not upgrading ourselves. So why we can't apply them in the way that it will favor us. And I hope that maybe we can get a system that works well for us, where we can balance the two, which is why I say that we need to balance the two, where we develop not only our football, but I think we need to develop the mentality of our football in terms of the scientific aspect of it.
Exactly.
It's not just only about the stadium, because if you're saying that, there's no crime saying you want to have diaspora players, but you need to be developed well enough to be able to train and help them. But then when they come to the country,
bro, if I'm the president, the first thing I would do, no disrespect to anybody, I'll tell NFF, give me 70% homegrown talent, 30% diaspora.
See, that was what Morocco did. That is what Morocco did.
You are going fast. See comment that Albon just said. Countries like Uganda and Burkina Faso,
exactly,
invested in youth football. Go and see what Gambia is doing with youth football.
Everybody knows these things. I don't know why we don't know.
In 5 years' time, if we don't do anything to our football, Nigeria will just we've lost everything. We have lost everything.
But I think we are talking about it now. So maybe they walk up with me. I believe before the next 2 years there will be a difference. I hope so, because there will be a lot of people talking about these things now. So hence why I don't know if I know NFF really want us to win this AFCON, because they know that Nigerians get easily carried away with results, and it will buy them time. But either way, why we want them to win, they need to realize that it will not stop talking about the underlying issue.
Oh, Kunle, wake up. Those 2 reasons you gave, they are nothing. If they win, it will help Tinubu campaign for election.
Politics again.
Guys don't just understand this thing.
We know.
See,
no. Why do you think that they are giving people more dollars, $30 now? You think it's because they love them so much?
We know.
Social media is the new town crier. Words will get to the streets, so they are going to make sure. Look at you guys have been following me. We failed to qualify for the World Cup. The qualifying series, federal government had released close to 17 billion naira, and you did not question anybody from the NFF or the NSC. You say the team did their best. Now let's concentrate on the AFCON, Papa, because 2027 done here.
That's what I told you.
Shouldn't somebody be answering questions?
See, I don't mind this team. See, I'm seeing no disrespect to anybody, and I'm not wishing bad, but I don't mind if this team crash out of group stage, because that would make things worse.
We won't crash out of group stage. It's too bad for us. It can't happen.
No, because see, you people are not seeing the problem. There's a problem. We don't have talent no more.
It's not that we don't know the problem. What I'm trying to say to you is this: we come out of the group stage. We don't come out. What difference do you think that will make to?
No, see, if we come out of
why
the group
suffer
stage,
the out of those
Nigeria.
Some people need that win. Some people need that win at least. Everybody knows what the issue is. Crashing out of the group stage. You see, they will just pick the next best thing. They will just see. That's why I say that politics doesn't stop there. They scattered the Abuja stadium when we didn't go to the last World Cup. The anger of people scattered the Abuja. They made it. It's already dilapidated state as it is. Maybe it was when people were angry about this thing as well.
Yeah, because people thought
it did not stop us from not failing to qualify for the next World Cup.
No, because people thought it was Uzoho that made mistake, but they did not see the problem that we are not developing players. Uzoho at that time was the best option. We're not, because I remember when Maduka made mistake, they finished him. People thought that, but the problem was we're not developing players. Okay, look at the people that cost us. People that the people that they'll blame for this other World Cup. They say it was Ndidi and Simon, but that 2022 Ndidi did not play that World Cup qualifier between Ghana. He did not play. Chukwueze did not play, and Iwobi did not play. It was a whole different set of players. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? We went to go hire a coach that has not been coaching for a while. We all disrespect to him. No, You're not supposed to do that. Then
Which
you say,
coach was that?
you say try an error method. Try an error method. Why Ghana wants to go and hire their own coach?
Which coach did they hire that was not the coach?
2022 now. Come on, Austin. Yeah, try an error method. Why Ghana wants to go and hire a coach that has been actively coaching? Plus, this former Brighton manager, what's his name? This Ghanaian descent. Why would they not win? Why would they not win? Please, see, let me tell you something. Football has gone beyond talent.
Everybody knows that.
It has gone now. It's technology.
And
I pray Nigeria don't win that case against Congo because it's looking like we win it. Because it will deceive people that we are good. We're not good. There's fire on the mountain.
Anyway, I wanted to talk about the other thing, Augustine, I asked that you talked about, which is our strikers, our forward play. I'm not talking about the wingers. I said the number 9, the strikers. They don't. Every team, the number 9 dictates the time to press. Even in the European teams, you determine when your team goes, and then once you get a sync, once the number 9 pushes the press forward, the rest of your players push on forward. I've watched it, and that's why we start struggle. We don't have a number 9 that does 3 things for us. One, we don't have a number 9. Apart from, that's why we are not saying, we're not trying to say Osimhen is the best. I'm not saying other teams are not playing well. Football you always need to have an outlet. Do you have a 9 that can hold the ball and draw the attention and then allow your other players to then come in and then you build from there? That's number 1. Do you have a number 9 that when you're not with the ball and they can press high? If you want to do high press, but it looks like Richel likes to press high. Yes. Do we have a number 9 that can push and press high to force that first central pass to go wide, or to force them to go long enough that our defenders will then collect it back and we will rebuild again to gain possession? That's 2. 3, do we have a number 9 that is relentless? That means once you press for 5-10 minutes, you can continue and go on. Number 4, do you have number 9s that are good in the air, that can even hold the ball? If you have blocked our midfielders, we cannot even pass again. Cross the ball to them, let them hold the play and give us something to go with. The problem is that, and that's why I'm happy they dropped Tolu, because to be honest, it looked very lazy. Even when he's playing in Wolves, it's the same thing. He strolls across the pitch.
What would you take, Tolu or Paul Onuachu?
I would take Paul Onuachu, because at least, even if Onuachu will not press, he's doing it now, and I'm happy. I saw him. I think they are learning. At least because they dropped him for a while. Onuachu pressed against Egypt. I saw it. At least he was running, and they tried to do it a bit. And 2, Onuachu, the second thing which all of our 9s, even our quadrants, don't have, is cross the ball and put it down. Use your strength to hold it. He did some of it against Egypt. Most of the guys that we had can't do that. They can't even hold the ball. Before you know it, the ball is back to the opponent. It's a drab way of playing football. So those are the issues we have. And I think when they were talking about deserts as all these other places too, we already know that our midfielders cannot hold the ball. If you have 9s that are very good facing forward and scoring, then it means your midfield has to be so strong that they can hold the ball for 30-40 minutes without losing it. Your midfielders must be able to control the game without losing it.
I agree with you and what you said about the high press from your number 9 or from your main striker. But what if you have a team that is switching tactics and it now needs your forward players to initiate the high press? What will your striker be doing then?
You mean No, you mean to initiate the high press. Then it means the striker that still has to go, and then the 2 wingers, if you are playing 2 wingers, left and right, they go to the wing as well. They move on from that place, and then one of the midfielders drops. So there has to be 4 people there. So once the 4 people complete that role, it means the opponent will either always pass the ball away or they will have to go long. And I'm saying that the technicalities we have in the African competition right now, most teams want to start copying passing from the back, but they don't have. Those players are not technical enough to do that. So we can't take advantage of it. Even Nigeria, we try to pass from the back. You will notice. And we sometimes when they press us high, we saw it against DR Congo. We didn't have that level of technicality to actually pull it off. Because number 1, your fulcrum, that number 4, the person that number 6 who is sitting deep must be a very good ball playing midfielder. Maybe they can try a little bit, but I don't think he has that movement, a turning movement where he's already beating 1 or 2 players. People like Gravenberg, people like Zubimendi, they are not very rugged. They're not strong tacklers, but they control the game because they can pick up the ball from your center back. They turn Two people are gone. One pass, you are gone. You are moving forward again. The opponent is already about it.
You guys always want me to call names. Is that not the work that your Iwobi should be doing?
But Iwobi is not going to come and collect from the first center backs now. That's not his job. His job is to collect it at the top half.
And dispossess him against the Arokogi.
That's because he came to the center back end to collect the ball.
What's wrong with that? You just talked about.
There's no problem with that, but that's not his role. What happened to the person that is supposed to collect it for us?
The rule is don't lose the ball.
Agreed.
If you have the ball, don't lose the ball.
But we can lose the ball. We can lose the ball. It's not 100%. You are allowed to lose the ball sometimes. What happens when you lose the ball? That's the next question. But that's the problem Liverpool is facing now. I'm a Liverpool fan, and I'm telling you that's the problem we have now. Now, we lose the ball in the middle, and the turnover is very poor because, one, the players, when you lose the ball, everybody gets disoriented. Nobody's coming back to close the gap. We had Nunes, who was in number 9, who will run to the back, and you will see him in position 2 to come and tackle. Now we have Ekitike, who will not likely come back. You have Reds, who will not come back. You have Gakpo, who is not as energetic as Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz will always come back. Then it was only Salah that will stay in the front, sometimes for the counter attack. Now we have like 4 or 5 players who are not defensively oriented. So when Iwobi lost the ball, we still had the chance to regain the ball. It's the same problem this Egypt goal. And that's why I asked the coach, and I think somebody said to me that he should fix the problem. I don't know, when you watch problem, you fix it. Look at the first goal, look at that pass. Look at the second goal, look at the same pass. The Tochukwu guy has already pushed forward to cover the person with the ball, but it was a one-touch pass. So he couldn't even collect the ball from their scam. The guy drew a one-touch pass, and every other person moved. 3 people were on the guy that made that pass. The guy that eventually made the pass, that the defense team, 3 of our players were around him, around the ball, and no one person was looking at the run at the back end, because they were poorly positioned even in the first place. When we lose the ball, are we going to run to cover up? Are we going to run to say, okay, you go there, you know what you're going to do? We don't. That's the problem. And the only silver lining I can see here is, I think, defensive midfield wise, Ndidi might be tired. This guy showed some good workings. The guy that Tochukwu, and I already said it, I think it was one of the other shows that I attended, that I think watching his game, I've looked at his interception rate, and his pass is around 80%. His defensive stats is around 80% all round, which is good. It's just that attacking progressiveness that we should not expect anything from him. But I think the defensiveness is better, and I think it's an upgrade on Alassane Yusuf and the likes like that. So it's definitely an upgrade, and I think he might be able to come back. If we do this tired, he might be able to run a few things for us. I just hope the coach will use him. I think, to be fair, with Onuachu, there's still a bit of a nice balance in the team, even if Osimhen does not play. Because you will see the same thing you said is the same thing Egypt did. They were all around him. Onuachu was dragging them. The next question is, do we now have a second player who is intelligent enough, like we did in last AFCON, to drop into space for when the ball comes and take the chances? If everybody is focusing on one player, and I know in this AFCON again, they will still focus on Osimhen. So he may not score as many goals as we want him to score. But we need other players. Our players have been poor up front. Our players have been poor.
I paused this video. Can you see where the problem is? I
tell you that's what I'm saying. Look at the 3 players now.
But see, while that pass was coming in, this Egyptian that is here didn't touch the ball. Watch, he left it for that guy that is running from the flag.
Because they were hoping for offside, but they did not see. But there's no blow. The first question is, why would there be 3 players? Look at how many Egyptians we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. Around the ball, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the other player on the other side is, we have 5 players against 4 players. We have 5 Nigerians against 4 players. The point is, even at that pass, there's still a lot that can be done. Number 1 is this guy that is in between the 2 red on the far end. What number is that? Number 2 or something, bright. Either talks him, and this other guy, which is the one beside the referee to the left, should go to the last far post. That gives Shemi Ajayi or whoever is that player to go towards where that space is, and allows the 2 players, you play it, you see what will happen. The 2 other players who are closer to the far end, the right side, one of them has to run behind. Shemi Ajayi goes towards the ball because it's the one that can see the danger. He should be running towards the ball. Bright will pick up that red guy. This other guy on the other side comes in. Then those 3 other players that are running, that are free, that are already repositioned themselves, should be going towards backup. But see what Shemi Ajayi did. He went towards the guy with the red ball to cover the space. None of the other 3 made the run to where the danger ball is. If you play it, you will see none of the other 3 made the run to where the danger ball is.
They were all run. When you track him back, it's difficult. I'll play it again. But when you're tracking back, it's difficult. What they have to see there is, you see, defenders, particularly your 2 central defenders, they must think alike. The Oyibo world, because William Troost Ekong and Leon Balogun had understanding. Let's go back to this night before that everybody's saying that. Stop saying Uche Okechukwu and Uche Okafor. My brother, at every point in time, they know where they are together.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that team.
And you are the best. You are the best cover up for the 2s and 3s when they fuck up. Which is what happened there. Which is what I'm saying again. That the 2 and 3 has messed up, but our centre back did not go to cover the line. He picked the man. The second centre back was out of position, and that was where the problem even started. There were supposed to be 2 centre backs, but we only had 2 people in the box. Our centre back and the number 2. Was it number 3? Yeah, number 2. That's the only person we had in the box. Our second centre back has stepped up, which I don't think it was necessary. There's no reason why we should not have 3 centre backs at that point in time. There should be 3, because Tochukwu has already moved towards the guy with the ball. And whoever is on the other side, the left fullback, was already running towards the other side. It was because the second centre back was out of position. It then puts everything off the mark. But I think we'll only get exposed on things like this when we start to play very quality teams.
I agree.
So the coach has to do 3 basic things, and I think that those are the things I would think if you want to go far. At least one is identity has to be really, really clear. I agree. What does he really want to do? And just stick to it. Starting lineup and stick to it. He needs to really know what he wants to do in terms of who are your starting lineup. Then he needs to have, if there's nothing like starting lineup and then you become clueless when things are changing, what is your plan B? And your plan B must include players on the bench. There's no point carrying 28 players, and it will always look like we will know that we need somebody to come in this game, and then you don't know what you're going to do. He's fond of doing that thing. Where
pissed me off so bad. Yeah, Eric Shell is guilty of that. Even to make changes. Problem. Okay,
he's learning though. I think he's learning, but at the same time, he needs to do it better in this competition. Otherwise, they'll finish us.
Let's get to the Super Eagles before I wrap this up. The Eagles have landed. They landed in Fez on Thursday evening. As you fix your eyes on those pictures, colorful, that swag, steez, the Super Eagles, with everything that you've seen, your analysis of the game against Egypt, are they good to go?
The answer is yes. But how far we are going to go is the problem. That's what I can answer. Well, as far as this tournament is concerned, I think we are good to go. Bad enough, good preparation. The World Cup qualifier was a decent preparation. We need to not forget that. The only problem is that at least the core players in the team still made this list, so which is good. It wasn't a total revamp, which is fine. Most of the players in this team have been together for the past 1 or 2 years. So team chemistry, in terms of the only thing that's always changed is the coaching, which I think is also another thing NFF needs to work better on. Just leave some people, as long as they are getting. Just decide to choose somebody that you will give at least a long time to develop something, and let us have good players as we are changing. This is a transition time because most of our players are in the 20-somethings. And I was going to say, I said it in your chat the last time, that the good thing, I'm not against the 5 new additions. If you watch the age bracket of the 5 new additions, they're in the low 20s, which is not a bad idea, considering the fact that most of our other players that have been steady in the team are in their high 20s. So, to be fair, it's not a bad idea inviting them. The only problem now is that there's actually no home-based player in the 20s, that is in the low 20s, that is in this team. Which, okay, obviously, we would talk about maybe Frederick, like the guys that are homegrown, where we have a few of them. But in terms of even Ebenezer, homegrown players that are maybe in their early 20s, fine. All these Sagula, most of them are fine because they're in their 20s, which means if they do well now, they've laid the claim to continue to be in the team for us to build towards the next generation. Hoping that we'll not keep carrying all these 20 guys towards until their 30s again. And then when they're done, completely done, we'll not have any transition between them and we'll have to start doing another team all over again. But I think these guys will win the group. They will come out of the group stage. Okay. I think we should be able to get to. I want us to win. But seeing what other teams are doing and seeing how our coach gets to hang when we are playing very technical teams and crucial moment, I don't know what to expect with Erichel. That's the problem. I don't know
Yeah,
what to
but
expect. The defensive priority is still there. The
mm,
poor creation in attack is still there.
yeah,
Even against Egypt, we didn't create much, to be honest. And then we had a tall striker. We didn't cross much. It's so annoying. We can't even cross because I don't know what's the plan.
yeah, the play is not smooth. I think he has a plan. You see, but it's just that most times a good plan takes time to
To
materialize.
manifest. That's true. That's true. I agree.
Oh, you see, that's why I'm saying that this man will be 1 year on this job in January. By now, he should be. You and I should be able to come here and say at least we know our starting 11. If
But we
any,
do.
no starting 11, it's still always changing now. Think
No,
about
it's
it.
injury. It's injury. We know our starting 11. You know
No,
who is
no,
going to
no,
be in
no,
that
no,
midfield.
no. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Look at how Benjamin Fredericks got into the team. You see? And that's a defender.
I think of Austin has left me. All right, I think we'll wait for him to come back. Probably a network issue. So pending the time he comes back, we'll see how we have to go. We're looking at Super Eagles landed in first. Are they really good to go? My opinion is, yeah, we're good to go. How far we're going to go is the question that I do not have answers to. And I think most Nigerians as well don't have answers to how far we're going to go in this competition. I think Nigerian team is still very unpredictable. And I think that's one of the things that is challenging for us. We don't know what side of the team or what exactly we're going to meet every time we come out to stage in a competition.
I'll come back. I don't know where you guys sit there. Just uh, yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we're just talking. I'll be hearing you. Absolutely. Now, you so comment. Rock players. Let them learn from these high class players and do likewise. Someone said that football in 94. Now, I still say it. Whether you agree or agree, in the 90s and early 2000s, I still off play. What I see now. Yeah, yeah, off play. How many players they even play now? Nobody's just running now. There's just so much practice in football in that. In hurry. Play, couple. I think it's good. Okay, it's okay. Started. Okay, and we were talking about I see you on
No, I didn't know whether you wanted if my presence there was going to prevent you from logging back in. That's why I stepped out.
Oh,
Was
okay.
I,
No.
yeah.
All the software wants you to do. It started when I was playing that friendly game video.
All right. Okay.
So I could see, but I kept talking. So most times it just wants you to refresh your screen and then start
All right.
recording.
Okay. Okay. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
It's not that you're just going to lose some of the videos that you already uploaded.
Yeah, I see. I see.
Let me let you land on the point you were making.
Yeah, so my point is I don't know how far we can go. I think we're good to go. The question is I think we have a standard first 11, and the question is injury. Frederick has come into that team. Ideally, we won't have actually worry about it. Obviously, now is injury, and that's football. Sometimes you don't get your first 11 because of injuries. Already know who the goalkeeper, starting goalkeeper is. There's no doubt about that. We already know who our back pairing would have been. The only reason now we don't know is because as at the last game, we thought it was always going to be Bassi and Frederick, which ideally would have been, but he's injured. So now we need to see who is he going to pair with. Probably going to be Shemi Ajayi because Bassi and Shemi Ajayi has played a few back. I think where we always lack issue, I think Didier Oyenka will play. That's obvious. Then it's just about Osimhen. If he wants to start, Osimhen will probably be fit. We know Chukwueze will play. We know Iwobi will be there as well. So that's 3. Simon Moses or we're just going to be the third person, whether you want to decide. But it's most likely going to be Ademola Lookman. Because I think now we are seeing that it's beginning to put Simon on the bench as opposed to a guaranteed starter from the last two games, competitive 2 games that we have played. So technically, he has his first 11. The problem is, I think sometimes he doesn't know what to do when the game changes, and particularly when we don't get 2 goals up and we are trying to, when things are becoming difficult, he doesn't know what to do with his bench and who is going to come in and deliver for him. Because most of the time, our bench are not usually like for like players. We don't have a lot of like for like players that you say when you take this one out because this one is tired, the next one will do exactly the same thing. Even if you want to stick to the same pattern, you probably will have to always change something around to do that, to be able to accommodate the next person you are coming in. And I think Eric Chell is a fast learner, and I think he's actually learning and doing a lot of things. The downside to it is that he's coming at a time where there's really no time to learn. There are no very less important games. He's coming at a time where all the games have almost feel like it's important. His first set of games for Nigeria were must win, which shouldn't have been, were must win games. The next set of games were World Cup qualifiers. Apart from the one he played with the one we played in Russia and all these other people, the Unity Cup we played in the UK. Apart from those ones in between games here and there. But he didn't even have all of these players that he was used to in that competition as well. That was more or less like a scouting experiment, if you ask me. So technically, there's always been a challenge with that. Now, I think the things I was saying is, one, he should work on the position of the backline, which goes back to the same thing we are saying about the science of football. We see all these pundits talk about, they watch our players. I don't know if our players actually call them. Doku will say that, Henry is a star. He will call Henry sometimes. Henry will tell him what to do. Alan will say that he calls some of these people and they tell him what to do because he feels they can get better. Do we have any of our players that are all our own old guys, our defenders who have played very well, Joseph Yogo? Do they call them to say, okay, I've watched your game? Do they listen actually and say, and introduce that science part of it, that this is what you can do to improve your game? And they actually then start to do it. That's how all the players nowadays improve. They have players who have played and done well in their position, both for the club and both for their country, that they talk to, that they look up to, that look at their game, say, please let me watch my game, tell me what you want to do. I believe most of our players, I really hope they have the same set of mentorship to help them improve, because if you are depending on just the Nigerian technical team, the technical team don't even know some of the players that were invited. From what I even heard when I was reading about some of these things, they don't know some of the players that are talented, especially the diaspora ones. So they don't even have anything to offer these players when they come. And that's part of our problem as well. Players come to play for us. We just want to take from them, want to drain from them. We have nothing to do to improve them. How can somebody say he comes to play in Nigeria, finish a competition and goes back and we say, okay, we have learned this, and this, and better. It's just the skill that they come with that they are going to come and give. They are not even receiving any extra skill. They're not receiving any extra coaching. The coach is not telling them that your game can be better in this way. And that's why we see Iwobi. It looks like nothing is coming out of it at the end of the day. So I hope they can fix some of the issues and they can go far. I would think that the minimum, I don't know, it depends on who we play in semi-final. Something in my mind is telling me we'll play DR Congo again. It's going to be very, very bloody. I don't
Let's
know
do
why I
it.
said so, but
Let's do
since
it again.
that saga has been coming out, I said since when we play them again in the AFCON at the group stage, at some point in the group
Those
stage.
guys, they know how to play us back, Jen. Like the way they punish us in that.
I don't. To be fair, I don't. I don't blame. I don't think. I think it was just our coach that, our coach and our players. That extra time that we did us bad, and it was obvious that extra time did us real bad, and they didn't get to go to extra time. Would have killed the game off. To be fair, at 2-0 would have finished the game. And this is part of what I was saying as well, that you keep saying we should take Osimhen out. So if we take Osimhen out and say maybe don't give him all these other players you are talking about, what do they do when he's not there?
But
Which means
look, it's on the coaching crew. Thompson Olia wasn't a. See, I keep going to the 90s. I keep saying it until Okocha had to sit up. He was a player for the gallery, for the fans and everything, but he wasn't playing purposeful football. He had to sit up. If there was no Amokachi, there was Siasia. We had options. So is it not a shame that the Nigerian national team we will not play football when there's no Osimhen? The coach must fix it.
how does he fix it? By inviting is it not the same players?
My brother
It's
a management issue. Not guarantee anybody will tell me. A management issue now. He's got to
but you
manage.
bring in players, they don't run as much as you want them to run. Is it that it's not their style to run? Or you bring in players that can't shoot? These are players that Iwobi scored a nice sitter against Man City. You know how many times he's had that chance? Was it against Man? Yeah, he's wind the ball. There was a game in Premier League 2 games ago. Wind the ball, went to he's had multiple of those chances in that same position. Nothing.
What I'm saying is the coach, what he needs to scout, I don't know what he has to do. First thing first, you must find somebody who is close to Osimhen's quality. Osimhen built himself to this level now. Osimhen built himself. So as a coach, you now say, okay, I have a big problem. If I've got so much firepower up front and there's only one man that is scoring me goals, I have to do something about it. It's just what football is all about. Let's get into this conversation before I bring in Paul. Paul, thank you so much for joining, but so that you guys come when I'm thinking of leaving. Let's talk about this guy. It's official. This is our new captain. I talked about it earlier. Some people feel it's issue here and there, but Wilfred Ndidi is the new Super Eagles captain. It's official, and I like it. Wilfred Ndidi doesn't go wrong in my eyes. What do you think about this choice?
Well, I know about him very well because in command, I went to command in the soldier. So that was his starting point for Wilfred Ndidi. So, but he doesn't know me, but I know him very well from that period. So he's a good football player anyway. I think, yes, you're right about one thing. Even from the time I knew him then in school, he was very calm, very humble guy. And most people who are growing in the military barracks are not usually like that. Well, he's like that. And I think, to be fair, I would say that it's the right choice because, to be fair, Nigeria has the pattern of success in choosing captain. We rarely jump. You could almost guess if you close your eyes. And to be fair, we're just being sentiments around. We already know how it's going to be because most times, even most coaches come, they follow the same pattern. And it's always been like that year in, year out. Often or not, the most deputized captain always tends to be, if they are still playing, will just automatically usually take the captainship. And I think part of it is because the players vote and a lot of other things come into hand to determine that. So really, we've not had time where we really jumped. Even all the time, Jobo, even from recent times, even before Joseph Yobo, is the same thing. You would already be tell who the next captain will be. We already know now that maybe in 2 or 3 years' time, probably Osimhen will be the next captain because he's in the mix. And I think Didi and Moses Simon will probably roll out around the same time, or Moses Simon might roll out before him. And that would mean that in Osimhen's turn, maybe in 1 to 2 years' time, in 2 years' time probably would come in. Because I don't know if Didi will still be able to play. He will probably be able to play, but for international football, though, because I think most players tend to retire from international football earlier than club football. Obviously, for so many other reasons, because they get paid. That's where their pay mostly comes from. So I think it probably is a good choice. I don't think there's any problems with having him currently as a captain. And like
Let
I
me
said,
just
sometimes when you are a leader, a different side of you come out. In fact, the most crucial part of the Nigerian game is that middle. Is the
I,
middle. So
just leave everybody. People have their opinion. Just pause. But Oga Paul, I'm bringing you back. I took you off because I want you to get to landscape. So put your camera on landscape. Let it look the same way that I am with Kunle. I don't want it vertical. I want it landscape. Let me go to TikTok while I wait for Paul to do that. Finsbury, indeed, I couldn't take a penalty when it was most needed. How did you know he couldn't take it? Do you know the state of the player at the time? They had played a very difficult game against the Congo. Do you know if he picked a knock? Do you know if he wasn't in the right frame of mind? Do you know if the coach didn't even pick him to play a penalty? Why is everybody jumping on just that? That's what I'm saying. Aside that, is he a good footballer? Oh yes. Oh yes, he is. And that's what you need sometimes, you know. I'm seeing those of
on the penalty situation, the question is, we all know how these things work. Every team reacts, then it will be fall on the technical crew. It's a shame on the management if they didn't plan and prepare for penalty kick. In fact, at some point they were playing as if they planned and prepared for penalty kick, because at some point it looked like that was all we wanted in that game. So having looked at, but at the same time, when it now came to the point of the penalty, the only thing most people are commenting on is if you look at the dynamics of the team and how the conversation was going, as if they'd not had a plan. And some of the subs the coach could have made, I would have thought he would have made those subs with the plan of it. We can only draw a conclusion that they didn't plan for penalty.
So everybody is jumping on player that didn't play penalty. Meanwhile, coach was bringing in players that couldn't play penalty, and the one that could play penalty, they play. So you can't blame the player. You see Nigerians, see Gerardo's comments. Indeed, I couldn't take a penalty when it was needed.
That doesn't mean they're going to be a bad captain. Now. If part of a leadership is not forcing yourself to do what you cannot do. Part of it is learning what you cannot do and respecting it and supporting. You always have other things to contribute. That's the point. Because it's not compulsory that the leader always have to be the first to do.
That's why I not even pick Osimhen as captain. Because when you need him to now go and play a crucial penalty because his captain is under pressure, he might miss it. But this one is humble enough to maybe tell coach, my leg is playing. Have you guys forgot? I can't remember the Olympics or something that Mikel was captain. That marathon penalty. That they had to force him to wear his boots when the thing had gone round. Can you remember, Kunle? They had to go and play. But man, penalty is a mental exercise.
You have to be prepared for it. I think we should talk to where the game is. That team did not look like they planned, and the coaching crew didn't look like they prepared the players for penalty shooter. Normally, when you're going to group stages, you always have to plan and prepare your team for penalty shooter. At least in that team, you already prepared them.
They did not know that game would tie Rapa. They were so confident.
But you have to prepare for it. It's part of the game. I hope it doesn't make the same. As I said, you can see that Erichai is making certain schoolboy errors of people who have just resumed a job or people who are just learning to know certain things. But the only good thing is that he's not stubborn enough that at every point in time you are seeing that they are learning changes. But then, of course, because he's coming at a crucial time, every error seems to cost us, even though he will try and fix it subsequently. But does not change the fact that those ones at that moment will keep costing us what we need.
Okay, Paul, okay, I'm ready for you now. Please put on your camera. Let me bring you right in. But guys, that's the update. I was looking for that. I got it. Okay, Paul, good to see you. Is there no way you can turn this camera around, let it look landscape? I wanted to feel the screen, just the way Kunle's on is. You're going there. One more. You're trying. One more time. I think you need something about auto rotate. You just tap on it and then it will take you the whole length. I don't just like those black edges. Yeah. That's it. Welcome. First you will jump on this Wilfred Ndidi's captainship. What's going on?
You're on mute. You're on mute. You have to unmute yourself.
Sorry.
All right.
Well, I don't know. I'm just when I heard the news of his captaincy, I just felt we'll just have to manage him for now because I don't know if he's gonna stand up for the players, right? When the chips are down in terms of payments and problems with management and everything. I don't know because he's that gentle guy I know that doesn't really speak out. As compared to Trustekong. We don't really know what must have happened, but for Ndidi, well, we just see how it goes. And that's just
Nigeria a problem if somebody is not outspoken. All the presidents you people don't get, how many they outspoken?
No, the thing is, you see, when I think, I believe the NFF had a hand in picking his being picking the captaincy. They want someone they can really twist. And that was why they brought in Ndidi. That's how I see it. That's my opinion, but I don't know. We'll just see how it pans out. Right now, we are just expecting that they do well at the Nations Cup. That's what we're seeing. And, I just wish them all the best. I watched the game against Egypt. 1 or 2 lapses here and there. I hope they fix it.
Well, what do we mean 1 or 2 lapses? It was a friendly match. I think we're being too critical about that game. There must have been lessons in it for the team and the coach.
Peseiro lost his penultimate. He lost 2 friendlies, in fact, before the start of the last AFCON.
Yeah.
In fact, the last friendly he played before the AFCON, he lost the game. I even remember the team.
No, be that Mexico game.
Did we in the last Nations Cup? Did we got to the final? Yes, but I wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. Now he lost the 2 games. In that it was after he lost against Mexico that he changed the formation. Okay. That was when it just became the 4-4, 4-3-3 or 4-4, whatever he wanted, became dead on arrival. But I think he's always probably had in mind with that 3-5-2 because it wasn't a sudden change. He's just been trying to see whether he could try those other things, and that's why sometimes I don't really take regard to the penultimate friendly games. The only problem I had was that he rotated most of the players. I'm even happy he didn't play some of the players that he needed to play. I just don't think the only error in that friendly, and I don't know why he always just have a perfect day. The coach, Nwabali had no business in that friendly. The 2 keepers were on time and they were available. Simple. 1 in the first half, second half. See them, decide which one of them is good enough to be your second line in case any issue happens. Because we will need, with this Nwabali injury, he may develop an injury before we know it, and he will need it. That was the time to play. I don't think, but my second thought is that perhaps he played him to assess his fitness, to see whether he's actually fit enough to play the AFCON. That's another angle to it, if you understand. Because sometimes the player will tell you he's fit, but you want to assess him yourself, apart from the training, and put him in a game condition to see. And I suspect maybe that's why he played him in the first half, just to see his level of fitness, to see if he can actually be the starting goalkeeper for the main competition. Perhaps that's why he played him, because really there shouldn't be any reason why he wouldn't have played. He should have played him at all.
Finsbury, Mr. Austin, did you hear that? Did he said that we're at AFCON to have fun? Should he say we're at AFCON to fight war? Why are we taking it too serious? And everybody's stating that, we're here to just have fun, As a captain, you shouldn't put pressure. Okay, you say we're here to win it. You guys start holding him responsible.
But Trustekong will say that.
Huh?
Trustekong will say we want to win.
Trustekong can't say we're here to win it. Trustekong will
say...
he
always says we want to win. He will say we want to win. We are here to play for the win.
Trustekong, will say...
All these press conferences is always positive. We will do our best to win.
What beats the positivity of you having fun? This is my job. I get paid to do this, but can't you tell that I'm having fun doing what I'm doing? Even them as footballers, the same football that all of us want to play, to go and sweat, have fun. They get paid them millions. They're having fun. That was what came to his mind about the AFCON. We're here to have fun. And they can just have fun like that till they leave the trophy. So everybody just see, that's another problem I want us to know. William Troost Ekong and Wilfred Ndidi are two different.
They are two different personalities, so we can't always compare.
In terms of speaking, in terms of personality, in terms of disposition, and all of that. Look, let me tell you, I know a lot of people want Victor Osimhen to be captain of this team, but I know Nigerians. You're not going to take, they'll say, Victor Osimhen is too proud, Victor Osimhen has temper, Victor Osimhen, they will still blame him.
All that has not disappeared. It's even still split within the camp. It's just because the guy is very good. That's why it compensates.
Notice how nobody has come out to blame Victor Osimhen for being the last person to come to camp. He came just yesterday night. He came, so nobody has talked about it now because we feel Victor Osimhen is doing all the right things. But it is wrong. It is wrong. And these are the things we're talking about, because if he was not that kind of player, somebody for don't come out, don't explain why he never come camp. But they just kept quiet because they know when it comes to the media, we're going to have this sort of things. But let me get Oga Paul, what were the positives out of this match?
Well, that's okay. Yeah, I saw some flashes from the new boys. The midfield guy. Well, I don't know. What's his name now? Is it Akin Semiro or somebody?
Akin Semiro, people are firing him, but he didn't play well. Oh. Maybe you want to talk about Tochukwu Nadi.
Well, Tochukwu Nadi too. I know I saw some flashes, from the guys, and I believe, well, if he has his team set up, I hope one or two players that are good from there will be in the starting lineup. Because in all fairness, I'm still trying to look at the game against Congo. That game against Congo, from the second half down to the penalty shootout. I don't know. That's my basis for saying that the Eagles are still suspect in the Nations Cup. What if we meet the same Congo and other teams? The North African teams are very good. As you said, the North African teams are very good. Are we strong enough? Are we compact enough, to face these guys? That we know how we played in the Four Nations stuff in the runoffs in Morocco. How did we play? Two games or one game was good, the other one was just below par. So that's just it. I don't know. I wish them luck. I hope that they play the game up to standard and they bring the cup home.
Is it clear now that we're going to miss William Troost Ekong? Can you say that?
No, I don't think so. I don't think. Even I don't know. I don't think we'll miss him. If he has to give way for good players to come. How did we get Frederick? How did we get other guys in the defense? I strongly believe in that pair of Basi, Ajayi, and the rest. I think I have some little bit of confidence in them. But the midfield, I'm scared of the midfield.
But we have more legs in the midfield now. There's Tochukwu Nadi, there's Mohamed Usman, there is Akin Semiro. Why are we still having problems with this?
We've not seen them play now. We've not seen them play in any competitive football as a team. That's the problem. We've not seen them play as a team.
Iwobi and they have been there for like 10 years now. They're about. What have they achieved? Have they brought any cup home? Did they? Who caused the last game against Congo? Who caused the last? Who made that blunder against Congo that made Congo, the Congolese, to have that goal? So these are the things I'm looking at. Iwobi has been there for a very long time now. What has he really achieved? Something, So that's the way I see it, and I believe that I just hope that things come their way on when they play against Tanzania and the other teams in the group.
let's be sincere. Have you been impressed with Coach Eric Shell?
Well, he's trying his best, but I don't know. Well, he's better than the others that were before him. He's better than the others. He's quite hardworking.
Because he don't win small games. Nigeria.
He won the Unity Cup. Yes.
Pizarro got to the final of the AFCON.
How did he get to the? We crawl to the final just like Fania Mo say? You play Yeye to the final. When you play Yeye till the final, my brother, it's not. The chances of you winning that cup is slim if you play Yeye to the final. That's it. We don't have that identity. I will still go back to the 94 identity, to the Senegal 92 identity, to that Algiers 90. Olympics 96. Do we have the character like that right now? I don't think we have that character, right? I don't think so. If we don't have that character, how can we bring the cup home? 2013, let me tell you, I think the 2013 team, Emenike, Victor Moses, Sunday Mba, and the rest of where they picked up after some 1-2 games. They became very competitive.
Don't forget that team wasn't all that until we beat Cote d'Ivoire. And before we beat Cote d'Ivoire, there were rumors that they had already sacked Coach Stephen Keshi. They are going to come back. We are forgetting that we have not. Our football, as I've said, went through corrective surgery that we didn't give it time to heal because we just want to win. My brother, I have asked the question before you joined. This Morocco, everybody is shouting now. What was Morocco and their football 10 years ago? How many times did we talk about Morocco? They stepped aside and they built. And now they don't reap within their soul. How about we just bone everything, whether we go competition, we win. I met a German professor of sports, and he told me, he said, for every country sports to win, the first thing you must have is conscience. That conscience is what will make you know whether you are building or not. In our case, my brother, under 17 will lie about age. Under 20 will lie about age. Because we just want to win and go to SOAR and get benefits. Those things are short term. We'll go nowhere with it. Now with it Morocco is doing, look at what Morocco has done by winning the under 20 World Cup. Those guys are going to go and come into the Atlas Lions.
Yes. You see, not just Morocco, even Senegal.
Senegal's
Sunday. Sorry?
Senegal's team is very, very good.
Yeah. Now, Sunday Olise said that the most consistent team since the year 2000 is Senegal. And I agree because Senegal has very, very good coaching schools. I mean, what do they call it? Youth academies.
Yes.
In their cities. I know they have very good youth. They place so much emphasis on youth football. That's why you see the under 17, the under 20 are very consistent. Even the current squad, I still believe Senegal might even take the cup if Nigeria doesn't do well. Another team, Senegal is strong enough for the cup.
Any North African country in the
it might be between the North African countries and Senegal. Morocco as the host, because I know Morocco, while hosting, they are they have that gives them that.
Nigeria will shock now. We are very big on tournament mode football.
The thing about Nigeria with tournament football is, I think, which is one thing the players always lack, is that we underestimate the ability for team to they're going to camp in there, and the more they stay together and they play together, the better the team chemistry. And I think we will do well, because I always say our coach is a very flexible coach. And when I say flexible, I think he's not afraid to pick on things, and he's learning from the guys. He's learning about the players, learning about the team. So in a way, most of the guys that are invited to this team, he has already seen them and he knows them. I would want to think that he has picked a few things about them, and he starts to develop how he wants to utilize them on time. I think as the tournament continues to grow, I would expect that he will continue to get better and better, and the players will get better and better. And that's one thing that always helps Nigeria when it comes to tournament football. Because most of the time, we always have individual talent. The question is, can they play together as a team?
Well,
But sometimes they need to stay together as a team to be able to play together as a team. So tournaments always gives us that option to be able to stay together and play together as a team, because there's nobody coming in again. They're not going to be sending somebody away and sending somebody to come. It's people that you have there that will keep coming. The good starting point is, do we have fractions? Have we heard of stories or rumors of fractions in the team? That's one good thing in the last 3, 4, 5 years in the Super Eagles team that maybe we don't talk about enough. At least we don't see any major fraction, except for the last game where what's it called? Nwabali was he in the G, and maybe a few other guys were quarreling. But we always hear that the players will go back in the team and they will have a meeting, they will trash things out, and these are good signs. People that can talk with each other, they can spend time with each other. They are not saying we are this one. I don't know, maybe part of that is the influence of Truth Ekong being the captain, having had that diaspora experience, but also spent a long time in the team with some of the homegrown players as well, and is able to kind of be the perfect blend between the two. Because sometimes those politics and those links have a way in gelling the team chemistry on how they play. But I believe that at least from seeing the pictures and the ones that on the Nigerian social media and everything, those players look like they are together. I don't see any fraction, which is the first building stone, to everything, to success. Being able to, team chemistry.
Okay, let's end this conversation this way now. This one also. What do you guys think about this guy? Francis Uzo coming back to the team. Is it a good one, or you think it was someone just forced him back into the team?
This guy has shown better. I don't think
Premium shaggy.
It's PTSD. Look at his face. I don't think that's why it was paining me. In fact, it was paining me that he's not even trying. Maybe it will even let us calm down small. But
so I have my question is, what's the problem with Maduka Okoye? If the NFF have a problem with him, they should just come out to say it.
It's not the NFF. The little investigation I did, the people close to Maduka, they are lip sealed. So I think when Nwabali got injured after the playoff, with Maduka's form, I think he started demanding that if he goes to the AFCON, he wants to be assured of playing time. It's not your call. You're not the first choice goalkeeper, but I think he knew that whatever is going to happen, that he wasn't going to be getting playing time. But I think in Maduka Okoye's case, Nigeria happens to him.
Yeah, I've just been thinking. What I want to hear. Yeah,
I've been thinking about different things that happens to us as a people, and there's tribalism in there. Stanley Nwabali, the Igbo man. Francis Uzo, the Igbo man. Maduka Okoye, the Igbo man. Ashano will not take 3 Igbo goalkeepers. I shall know that one. Somebody will say, waiting. So I think all of those conversations started coming up and all of that. So, but I think he needs to come out and say it, because there's nothing wrong with being second choice goalkeeper to Nwabali. Nwabali was decent at the last AFCON. Nwabali is first choice goalkeeper in his club. Maduka Okoye, you are just coming back from suspension, even though you're doing so well with Udinese at the moment. But when you were away, somebody kept his shirt. And this thing will be church. Football, you have to show workings on the field. But I totally agree. Oga Paul, you have to say something. Francis Uzo is back. The guy they give Kule PTSD, what thing they give you?
Well, to me, he's. I've not watched him play in Israel or Cyprus or wherever he is, but Cyprus, yeah. he's still suspect to me. He's still suspect. I don't know. I've always had this, thumbs down for him. He's not that confident. While with the ball, he's not that confident. While with the ball, he doesn't have that confidence at all. Even his goal kick sometimes aren't really strong. For the last match I watched him play for the Eagles, he was really suspect. And to me, he's still a suspect. So I don't know what formed the basis for them to have invited him. That's just. I hope Nwabali keeps that space till the tournament ends. Or else
But
I
you
don't know.
see, that's the problem with when you don't have competition. We are forgetting that this was this same us that we were calling out to Nwabali because of his antics and because of his character, his behavior, and all of the things he was doing. I think just during the World Cup qualifiers. So I think we need that competition. But Maduka Okoye too is forgetting that he's been given his chances too, and he didn't really take them with the team. So I don't see what is making him feel like he should be giving assurance or guarantee that he's going to have playing time. This is goalkeeper. We know goalkeepers. They are set. See how good David Raya is. Is he the number one for Spain? Is it not nice, Simon?
No.
You go on your bench until something goes wrong or you improve or something happens, and then you become the top choice goalkeeper. So I just feel at the end of the day there was conversation going in between. If Uzor was not forced into this team, Maduka Okoye, I think probably was asking for too much. You need to justify, being in the team. That's basically.
But there have been some players we have called multiple times who the coach has refused to use even when the opportunity comes. So how about that angle? What if the angle is that maybe the coach is never going to use him and he just realized that maybe there's no point coming up to make the number?
Bro, we dey talk and when we dey grow up for area, say one footballer need to wound for coach to know say sabi play.
Yeah, but
Something can just happen. If you're part of the team, you're part of the team.
yeah, but then there are several occasions that we've forced Nwabali to play when we don't necessarily have to force him onto the team.
Why? But we are not close to the team to know if he's being forced to play. What does Maduka? Okay, that kind of thing. Now, who is Maduka Okoye to fault it if the coach is so comfortable that?
So that's what I'm saying, that sometimes as players, we look at it. Let's look at it this way. He just managed to get back into his State team, and he's the first choice. Now, it comes to AFCON, he risks the chance of losing his spot in Indonesia, knowing fully well that he's not going to play in AFCON. He might not even play every match. Simply keep that the coach is able to
Farabale, a European player will never think this way, that he wants to go to Euros. Yes, he wants to go to Euros, and he knows that he will sit on the bench when he goes back to his team.
Players know when they start to lose, when the coach doesn't have confidence in them. Mo Salah's case is an example. Sometimes, yes, how you respond matters a lot. So leave the response out of it. But that you will not know when a coach has confidence in you. You can be on the bench, but you will know when a coach has confidence in you, because you know when the opportunity comes, he will surely give you. And you will know that there are some coaches that you know that you don't have confidence in you, even though you're in the team. When the opportunity comes, they will rather change tactics and bring somebody else in than still use you. So you then have to think about that. I'm just coming here to make up the numbers, and I'm not even pick whatsoever, even if the opportunity comes. I'm playing devil's advocate, I know, but it's also an angle to look at it. And okay, another good example of a player that can possibly say that is Rafael Onyedika. We've always asked this question here, that why has the coach not used him? We have seen a lot of players that the coach has invited in the last set of players, that even if it was 3, 5, 10 minutes, we saw that there was need for them to come in, but the coach still refused to use them. So,
bro, that's what I'm saying, that you need to create that. You need to create your 8 moments. Just one chance, you take it, and you will give the coach sleepless night. You think they wanted to play Akko Adams? They would have just said, okay, we did not call him in September when they did that 34-man provisional list. They dropped Akko Adams. Called him in October. Boom. Guy scored 2 goals in his debut. Next game against Gabon, scored another goal. About he had now to not call Akko Adams. But we cannot say the same of some forwards that have been called to the team. Let's take it back to goalkeeping. I don't know if you really know when Vincent Enyama was at Eimba. Vincent Enyama, the man he posed. When he reached penalty, who come on?
It's still coming.
Is the other one? Yeah,
Dele kicks anyway. He's also in a foreign base anyway.
You get what I'm saying?
Them actually.
What I'm saying is Dele knows that, yes, this you must build something in a team. When we played DR Congo, the goalkeeper will catch penalties, 9 kick. You must find something to build as a goalkeeper that you hold. The only thing that they probably would have advised Maduka is, those two players, those two goalkeepers that they want to pick ahead of you, they are playing in Africa. If they are to pick him, Amas Obasoge and Wabali, you are the only one playing in Europe. But let's be sincere, what are his details in Udinese? Let's be sincere. This is a matter of small shake. Come down and give people reasons. Wabali at the moment is the top choice goalkeeper, and you're younger. Do well and be part of the team. Okay. Maybe if they put Jordan Pickford and Ramsdale together, there's a possibility that a lot of persons will pick Ramsdale as a goalkeeper. But it's not the England first choice goalkeeper. But without not making though, he's not going to get into the team, he's not interested. And when you have not even contributed to the team, it's tough. Let's get into the AFCON proper and wrap up this conversation. Let's take a look at these groups. Let's just run through it quickly. Group A, there's Morocco, Mali, Zambia, Comoros. Group B, Egypt, South Africa, Angola, Zimbabwe. Group C, Nigeria, Tunisia, Uganda, Tanzania. Group D, Senegal, DR Congo, Benin Republic, Botswana. This Group D, they look like group of death. Oh, that Group D. Group E, Algeria, Burkina Faso, Equatorial Guinea, Sudan. Group F, Cote d'Ivoire, Cameroon, Gabon, Mozambique. Let's go to that Group C. Oga Paul, is this a group that will top easily?
Well, I believe so. I think the hardest game will be against Tunisia. We can get over Uganda. We can get over Tanzania.
When we analyze
that, no, brother. That's how I see it. I know the Ugandan team is quite strong too. Uganda team is quite strong, but I will get over them. We'll beat them. We'll beat them. We might have a draw against Tunisia. Might take on Tanzania. Take on Uganda. A draw with Tunisia, and we're good. Because I know the Tunisians always have a problem playing the East Africans. For whatever reason, the Tunisians also always have a problem playing against the East Africans too. So it might be tough for Tunisia playing Uganda or
so easily.
Tanzania.
With everything your footballer has been through, let's start from the qualifiers to the playoffs. You did not beat Zimbabwe home and away. You did not beat Lesotho in Uyo. You did not beat South Africa home and away. You're looking at Uganda now. And
no, but you must understand the management setup of the team. We had different coaches then. The one we have now understands the business in a way. I give you that credit.
The bulk of the team is what you had when those coaches were there, and now that's still the bulk of the team. And I'm talking about even the qualifiers that Erichel started. Erichel did not beat Zimbabwe in Uyo. Erichel didn't. Erichel we struggled to beat Lesotho in South Africa. As for me, I'm analyzing with your current form. Erichel, let's not lie. Yes, the playoff was a tricky, game because everybody wants to play and go to the World Cup. But let's be sincere, Kunle, were we impressive against Gabon? Were we impressive?
Not in the second half.
We left the game till the extra time where it could have gone anywhere.
I think that's the problem with the Nigerian team. I don't know how. I just kind of think some of those teams that are very stubborn, especially in the middle, we always struggle. And Uganda, although to be fair, although this same Uganda drew against South Africa beat them and they drew against South Africa 3-3 in the AFCON qualifier. And although Morocco with their last friendly in November, Morocco beat them 4-0. So but I don't think I can compare Nigeria the way Morocco plays. If you can see, the thing is, it just depends on what type of Nigerian team you show up. Are we going to show up as a technically gifted, elegant team, or are we going to come here as one roughing team that wants to just power his way through? If it's the power to get through, we are going to struggle against this Uganda. But if we want to come as a technically gifted team that wants to play very technical football, we beat them. Because Uganda is a team that you really can't tell which part. They're also developing because they also have some key players, and their best set of players are in the middle. And that's the same thing we said about teams that have when you have players that are very good in there's one young guy I forgot his name in the middle for Uganda, very good on the ball. So those are the problems that we have. We can't say the same thing about us. But there's no reason why we can't beat Uganda now. But it's just I don't want to be using name now. Let's look at the players, the way they play. Even today, I would feel that we'll probably even beat this compared to how we play against Uganda. The only one I think that we have no excuse whatsoever is Tanzania. If we cannot play, I just want Nigeria doesn't come and do one win, one draw, one loss. But so that's what my head is telling me is going to happen. But I think we are lucky that we are playing our first game in Tanzania. I think it's a good start-up game. Win that game. Once you can win that game community, at least we are sure that we are qualifying. Because remember, there's two best losers or three. That's 6 plus 2, 8. So there'll be some best third place team. But I suspect that third place team is going to come from Group F, Group D, and even that Group A. Those are the places where the suspects are going to be from. So I don't think it's going to be from our group. I don't think the third place team will come from our group.
Let's wrap. But this time I'm serious. Let's wrap it up this way. Oga Paul, look at all the so-called small teams in your opinion. Tell me 3 teams that are likely to be tough underdogs.
Well, I see Benin, I see Sudan. Because that Kwesi is doing a good job in Sudan. Benin, Sudan, and Gabon. Well, I'm going to give it to Gabon. So I see Benin, Sudan, and Gabon as tough underdogs.
Guys, in the comment section, tell me 3 teams that you think can create upsets at this AFCON. 3 small teams, so-called small teams, though there are no small teams for me in Africa. But just tell me, guys, put in the comment section. We're about to wrap up this conversation now. Tell me 3 teams that you think will be tough underdogs that on a good day, give or take. Exactly. Anthony on TikTok saying there are no underdogs. But let's just look at those so-called small teams. Anthony, tell me 3 teams that you think can really get us talking. Only 3 teams are on from your side that I think can get us.
In my head, there are like 4 days. I'm looking at each group anyway. I'll just go with, I know Gabon is probably going to, because that Gabon group is a top group.
I don't even see Gabon as a small team.
That's what I'm saying. I don't really, if I'm looking at all the teams that are really small, I will start from, I will think Mozambique. I don't expect anything from them. And Sudan, I won't really say Sudan and Nigeria games are probably at the same level. So I think those other 2 guys will really win. The group where I'm looking at, where maybe an underdog might play some things, is Comoros. Because Comoros, although they've got the chance to play in the Arab Cup, they lost most of their games in the Arab Cup actually. But they are a good team. Even in the qualifiers, to some extent South Africa won them, but they've done some, like this Botswana, they played the draw with Botswana as well.
Ghana now, was it not last AFCON? They punished Ghana.
They won Zambia. Exactly. They played Ghana, and they also won Zambia. They won Zambia 1-0 away. I think that was in 2025. So Comoros is, in a way, a team that one can actually look at and say maybe there's something to come out from them. The other team that I'm thinking, that's number one, my own number one underdog. Then I don't know. Angola has gotten a new coach, but they are facing out. I don't know. I'll pick Comoros. I can't say Benin is an underdog. That's my own issue. The way I look at them, the way they played, I'm not classifying them. So surprise team, Comoros, Uganda, and I would say Angola.
We'll see. My number one underdog for me is Comoros. I've always said it. Comoros. If I tell you the other two, let me go to TikTok. Anthony, thank you. Is it Panache? Yeah, I like that name. Panache or Panache? It says Sudan, Comoros. Somebody says South Africa. They give South Africa a back on. South Africa.
I think he's been emotional there. That's okay.
Right? As a football fans in South Africa, yeah, Comoros and Sudan. For me, is Comoros number one. Second is Uganda. Third is Botswana. Guys, look out for Botswana. The amount of preparation that they've given to this AFCON. You say Austin said so.
I don't think they can.
You don't think so? Don't worry now. We'll come here, contact them. Don't worry. We'll come here, talk about it.
They will not. I know what I'm saying. It's not like they are not good. They are not good, but the problem is that there are some the teams that they are in their group are very consistent group teams, and they've got good coaches. Yeah. So I don't see how they would. They can't. Senegal is more like Nigeria, where you know what you're going to get, and it's the same thing. What's the name of this guy in their group as well? DR Congo. No, DR Congo will beat this team now.
That is why I'm tipping them, because I'm seeing their level of preparedness. You see how you've done the analysis. That's where the underdog story will be sweet. But in America, you cannot call Zambia underdog. You can't call underdog. Zambia, Mali, you call Mali.
But Zambia team now is an underdog team.
I don't think they've not been playing too well.
Since the last time they won. But Mali and Gabon, definitely not. These guys are teams that are nearly qualified for, or they are almost qualified for World Cup. Points in Nigeria. So, but Zambia is in a mess. I think they will probably be the third place team in that group.
We'll see. Atile on
before. Comoros are beating Zambia.
Atile on Facebook. I like this your list too. In a way, let's be sincere, because of what Benin Republic did at the qualifiers, we did not see it coming. That's why it cannot draw. Deserves his flower for what he has done.
That was why I picked them. I know they can create some really.
Yeah, I can call them underdogs. Yeah,
make some upset there.
Yeah, I agree. Atile, I like your list too. Olubenga said Tanzania. We'll see the Taifa Stars. Yeah, I totally agree too. I agree. Atile on Facebook, we don't have a good attacking midfielder in the team. The only one that could use him, which is Dele Bashiru. Dele Bashiru is just coming back from injury now.
Eddie Check put him in the wing, though. I don't know why.
He told him to rove. You see, we need to have players
that can move around. And to be fair, he was really mobile.
Yeah, who are explorers. You must explore. That's the whole thing about this game. That's what I'm saying, that Eric Shell is so big on the high press. So there's just this thing of taking the ball to the opponent, taking the ball. That was what Egypt did with it. Egypt used intelligence to finish and stop us.
Technical passes, so that was all. And that's why any high press team, if you are going to do high press team, you better do it well. Because if you don't do it well and they beat your press,
they get you down.
That can come back quickly and restore shape. Our players are lead. And that high press, we are not And that's why ordinary offside trap that we're even trying to keep when they are facing us, we can't even keep a very good offside trap. Many times now they throw pass beside us. Not the defenders will say they are keeping offside trap. Their recovery to now say, okay, the referee has not blew. Let's go and cover first. It's poor. They won't even know who is supposed to go for the ball, who is going to cover the space. So I don't know, Shah, but let's see. I don't think there's.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. I see you. We can get over Uganda and Tanzania. Did we not look like a team to beat the likes of Zimbabwe, Benin Republic, Lesotho? Mr. Paul, did the coach not draw Zimbabwe? Help me ask him. Even Gabon had issues. So what do you expect from this team should be known to us? Thank you so much, Atile. Help me ask you. Atile is asking an important question. Why does the coach don't use the likes? He used the one Onyedika in the last game. Guys, what do you think? Huh?
What do you think about it? You see where the problem is. How can somebody like Tochukwu Nadi play the same place where Onyedika is, and he was more noticeable than Onyedika? And the first half team seemed more balanced and stronger.
The first half team.
Yes, I felt the first half team was supposed to be a bit more balanced and stronger, but I didn't see Onyedika that much. And somebody could easily notice the other guy, Tochukwu Nadi, with his brown hair. It's not only about hair, about in terms of being involved in the play in the midfield, tackles and collecting the ball and things like that. But they played Onyedika in that same role with Frank Oyeka.
So let me tell my friend is a youth coach at Tottenham, and I've been having some deep conversations about coaching. You know, there was a time when people accused Pep Guardiola of killing football. He said that the major problem with football now with players that football is so big on instructions now. You see, what football got so scientific that even us as the followers, we would talk how they know they execute the football properly. I'm telling you, that's the major problem. So you'll be so shocked that everything you see on the pitch now is according to a coach's manual. Papa, which coach won't tell Ronaldinho waiting to play? Which coach won't tell Maradona waiting to play? No, let's talk now. We all saw football in the 90s and early 2000s. Which coach won't tell Rivaldo waiting to play? You tell them to go and play with the team and score goals. That's the kind of instructions you give them.
No, but they still arrange them. You can feel the identity.
I think
I'm not functional with them. I'm telling you, bro. Think I'm now. See Ronaldo.
No, the thing is that maybe you can say that when in the back days you have players and teams. When coaches arrange their teams, they know players who are specialists in certain areas and they allow them to do it better. Science maybe now allows us to talk and call them something. Look at Brazil back in the days. Roberto Carlos, we know, is an attacking wing back. Even though they will start with 4 at the back, he will go forward. He will run forward. You understand? But they always have a very good 4. Brazil will have a very good team. Nobody says you should not dribble. And nobody says nobody, show some skill. But at the same time, these players show skill, but they still play within the range of where they want them to play. Ronaldinho will not go and mark defenders. He will not go and be collecting. No, he will still play where his wing is supposed to be. So they are still playing somehow to instructions. But they apply their skill set even within that instructions that they play. And you still see them shine. So the question is, you can play an instruction, no matter how small and boring it is. It's easy to recognize what your role is. So that's what I wanted to tell you, that they played Onyedika now in this friendly. What do you think the instruction is? Because I didn't see him much.
No. Kunle, what I'm trying to say is, remember when we're growing up, we all used to avoid our parents, particularly our mother, saying, "Did I not tell you?" But trying to tell you, don't do something. If you do something, this will happen to you. When you do it, then I say, "Did I not tell you?" Onyedika will just be trying to please Eric Shell so that he can play the game. Exactly. That's probably what affected him. And let's be sincere. I'm not hiding my mouth. He's our best midfielder. He's our best midfielder. Yes, Kunle, do your eyes like that. Sleep if you want to sleep. This is the guy who plays in the UEFA Champions League. He has done it 3 years in a row now. He has played against Manchester City, scored them. He's a starter in his team. He scores goals against Barcelona.
No. If Onyedika is our best midfielder, then we have a problem.
I'm saying in terms of who is active, who is playing competitive football. He's playing competitive football more than Alex Iwobi, more than Wilfred.
Agreed. But what was competitive about the Champions League, the teams that he played? What did he do against Arsenal?
No. Talk about Manchester City. Talk about Barcelona.
That was
talk
last
about
season.
The fact that he's a starter. Talk about the fact that he's a starter. No,
who else would they start? He's in Club Brugge now. Who else would they start? I'm not saying Onyedika is not good on the ball. I am a fan of him. My problem is you cannot say he's our best midfielder and he cannot start in this current Nigerian team. That's
because
number one. Number
playing him because the coaches don't believe in him.
All the coaches cannot. We cannot have 3-4 coaches, and this guy will not be struggling to start. That's my own problem.
They did not score goal against Benin Republic.
He scored a goal against. Yeah, I see him as an above average player. He
agreed. So I will go to pushing forward. I think I said we want to decide to replace him with Iwobi. It has to be between both of them, but I don't think that's the road that we are talking about. I don't think that's for him.
So sorry, I just want to say something. I think to me, Iwobi should have a little bit of rest on the bench for now. That's my own take. Not out of.
They fear to put him for bench now.
Why did they fear to put him for bench? That is the problem. Why did they fear?
Maybe they will play because the problem now in terms of running around. So in terms of 4, sitting number 6 position, 6 as a DM, picking up the mopping up interception and blocking passing lanes, and you can't say Onyedika is the best. Indeed, he's better than him in that. Now let's go to the second option that the coach likes to play, and most of our coaches like to play: box to box, running around. So if you now pick between that, if you want that second box to box, which is where he will probably be good, but between him, because of the extra tackles, so between him and Frank Onyeka now, who will you start? Oga Austin?
I'll start Onyedika because
ahead of box to box and throwing in extra tackles.
I'll start Onyedika.
Okay.
I'll start Onyedika.
I only play Onyedika in a team. I only play Onyedika in a team that I know we are playing a team that is not a combative midfield, where we are expected to dominate the ball.
That is competent. The point is that we haven't seen enough of him to be able to judge him. That's the problem. So
in the club or in Nigeria?
In Nigeria, what are you doing?
Okay. In fact, I will do something for you again now. While we are doing this and while we talk, I'll quickly check this because I've checked it before. I'll check his defensive stats for you.
But even if you want to start checking that,
for Club Brugge.
I'm
I've checked it before.
But bro, irrespective of what you come out with your research, the fact remains that okay, Paul and Kunle are out. I have Frank Onyeka, club football, national team football, and I have Onyedika, club football, national team football. Who will you sign? Paul. Let's be sincere. He plays for Club Brugge. He's a starter. He plays in the UEFA Champions League. Who will you sign?
I'll sign Onyedika.
What are we saying? Will you sign Onyeka?
I'll sign.
No, we are supposed to sign Onyedika, which I agree. But now let me tell you this. Why I said look at it, possession. Look at his stats possession-wise. Successful dribbles in this season so far, 7. Successful dribbles in percentage is 87.5%. His touches is 757. And his touches in opposition box is low, which is 14 average. But they dispossess him 10 times, which is quite low, which means it's good when you are playing possession football. Defending. Now, tackles is 21. Duels 1 is 48. Duels 1% is 54%. I told you Tochukwu is 80 something. Now, duels 1% is 54%. Area duel 1 is 61%. So it's less than 70 when it comes to defensive stats. Do you understand what I'm saying? Discipline-wise is very good. very little yellow, 3 yellows so far this season, 0 red cards. They dribble past him 8 times. Possession 1 in the final third, 3, very low. Do you get my point? So that's why I said if we are going to play, and I guess maybe that's why the coach did not play him against DR Congo.
Why are you saying this your village stats? Which website?
No, this is Footmob. I'm talking about Footmob. I can check Onyeka for you.
I can go and put anything online and the algorithm will push it out.
So these are places we use to research now. If you are looking at I'm not saying this is just going to come based on the stats of what he has played this season. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that like Onyeka won't have a lot because he's not played much this season. And I've watched him eye test in Club Brugge and time when they are playing their games. The problem I have is that most times you will see him around the areas where they score his team. He's always part of the suspect in that area. But he doesn't win the ball off. It's either he's second too late or he's around the area.
He's the one chasing. I have a problem with Onyeka at Brentford and he's not playing football.
He's not playing.
That's the problem. That's why we don't even have a lot of stats for him. Unfortunately, he only has 1 assist and 6 matches this season.
Yeah, that's the problem.
So that's why I'm asking you that. So why is it that the coaches now feel the need that they are just banking on continuity?
I think the problem is still the same thing about the defensive side of it. I get what you're saying, but I feel that if he can up his game defensively, he becomes far ahead above all our defenders because he will become indispensable. That's what I'm saying. Because I think by virtue of name, not statistics now, just name. The people who always want to, it will be. I think the play is between him and Onyeka actually, and I think maybe we should play him. And I hope they play him maybe this Nations Cup, at least this first game, maybe she won't start.
You see what Onyeka is doing with the team. If you give that same level of attention,
of course, to Onyeka, he will do better.
That is why everybody can come out and say what they want to say about Philippe Giorgio. You need a coach who is explorative. That was what he was trying to do with Onyeka. These few times that he had an opportunity to play. Try out the guys who are sitting on the bench. You know what it does? It pumps up the competition. Baba, see that goal where Onyeka scored against Benin. If he was running that 90 minutes on that ground, he not go score that goal.
No.
Coming in gave him that energy. And even the one he scored, even against that DR Congo goal safe. But these are good shots. So
it's getting
bad players. If we can be scoring, the way Eric Tell plays, we get a lot of those kind of chances. We lose balls at the edge of the. I don't know why we cannot shoot.
That's the good path on his side. You know, those chances that I want to skim off the chances. You know, you create chances like that, then you have that possibility of scoring them.
We don't score there. That's the problem. We don't. Even Zimbabwe would have finished Zimbabwe in first half. We should have finished that Zimbabwe in the first 10, 15, 20 minutes.
And it was not even about finishing them. It's about when we consider that goal in Uyo.
So who do you blame? Who do you blame for the goal? Is it the coach?
We can consider any goal anytime. We can consider any goal anytime. That's part of football. But take your chances. The reason why we are where we went to that AFCON, that playoff, is because Osimhen was just in that situation that he just took his chances. And this is the same issue we have. The first 20 minutes against Benin, the game was done. And it's the same issue where the chances, and our first 20 minutes, we always have very good chances because of the way the high intensity Richel plays. And I hope maybe he will be able to manage it a bit, because if they don't score when they play that first 20-30 minutes, before they go flat, they're not leading by 2 goals up, where the other team morale is already getting down, and they're already if it's just 0-0 after that 30 minutes that we are playing good football, or it's 1-0, then our defense will always concede. I don't know, maybe we'll play the 3-5-2 this time around.
That one the way Chirewa into the defense and William Troost-Ekong losing sight of him and everything. See, sometimes in football, I know anything can lose, but now how you lose the game, now I could just sit down with. We had no. That was was leading.
The Boniface that came in, that they went to go and lose possession, cannot hold possession. Maybe we hold possession. See, before the ball went to the defense, maybe we hold possession. That's what I'm saying. Maybe we have strikers that will hold. Maybe we have strikers that will hold possession. You carry it to the touchline. Before you collect the ball, you go sweat. Small player like Doku.
Boniface I don't think he's that serious to,
Maybe he lost the ball. They lost the ball in the midfield. The same problem again. Iwobi lost the ball. DR Congo, they scored. They lost the ball in the midfield against Zimbabwe.
We were trying so hard to make Boniface part of the team. But as Paul said, he just showed us that he didn't want to be part of the team.
Yeah, he didn't. I don't think he wanted to be part of the team.
People have said it over and over again. I don't even mind playing Onyeka, Ndidi, and Onyedika.
I think I would rather choose that combination as well.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe we win our first. I wish we can win our first 2 games and play that combination.
Yeah.
And play the combination in the 3rd game.
Let's try it. Iwobi sit on the bench. Let me address this comment.
No, take Iwobi can sit on the bench or come in for Lookman.
It's time for him. It's time for him to sit on the bench. Let's give him that comment.
He's looking like a good player. So
he's 10 years in national team. I think he's should have some little bit of rest. Yeah.
Finsbury on TikTok saying he will be on the bench is risky. No, guy.
Okay.
TikTok people, please let's pump up the likes. Let's take the likes to 6K. It's saying it's getting inactive. I've been trying to refresh the page. Let me take this comment because I don't know what Vital Info is saying. Austin, a journalist of your standing, is disputing statistics and you're dishing out those comments. Anybody can put something online. What's the point you're trying to make? Bro, yes, anybody can put anything online. I can go and put statistics online now that Onyedika is the best midfielder. And if you Google it, you'll see it.
But of course, but we have to. We know where we'll go now. We'll go to the right side.
That's why I'm wondering why you saying that. Why am I disputing the statistics? Why? So Kule, for instance, now just comes out now and tells me that they're saying this and that. I will ask where you're getting it from. Yes,
which is what you do. Which is the right thing.
Let me tell you, my guy. The medium is the message. The medium, bro. Don't come and just say, Austin, journalist of your standing. I read this thing for school. I understand the theories of the press. I'm a graduate of mass communication. I don't just do broadcasting. So there's nothing I don't question. Even my producer, he knows me. If I cannot verify something from 3 main sources, core sources, if I only want to talk, I won't say it. See everybody's saying that they've not paid their Richelle. Paul, did you see that story? Did you see that story?
In fact, well, I wanted to ask
that was shortly after this thing. Yes, after the World Cup qualifier.
The of my stand, you now go and follow everybody and say they've not paid their Richelle. Richelle must tell me. He must tell me they've not paid him. And the way I've been trained on this job, if he's not going to talk, I should be able to say I sat with him and he told me that he has not been paid. I will not jump and follow everybody saying that they are owing a Richelle. I'm big on verification, Vital Info. That's why you have Vital Info as your username. So it's vital that the sort of information. So why are you sad? Why are you sad that I'm questioning where the source of the information is coming from? We're trying to understand why Onyedika is a good thing. Guys, that's what you learn when you come on my channel. I keep saying that I just don't jump and say, do you know how many people have called to know about this Maduka Okoye's situation? Do you know how many? You think I just come online? Yeah, come on. I'm not looking for followers. I'm just here to do proper, as in the core ethics that guides journalism. That's what I'm coming here to do. I will question anybody, any info, until I see them for 3 major sources. And look, I'm not big on breaking news. I'm big on developing stories. So Paul say, this has happened though. Okay, I will not say it has happened. I'll go and find out the source of where he said it has happened. I'll call people and I'll take the story to the next level. That's what we're trying to do with the Onyedika team. I made a point that this guy is the best midfielder in our team. And whether we like it or not, I gave you a reason why I think he's the best midfielder. He's the only midfielder in your team that is playing in the Champions League. What other competition is bigger than the Champions League in Europe? The Champions League night is magical. You know how many people watch Franco Yedika worldwide?
Yeah, that's a magical night. Cold European night.
Well, the top worldwide thing here. So we want to understand why that kind of player is starting in his club, playing regular football in his club, and you're not playing him in the national team, but you're inviting him. So vital if I saw your comment and I thought I should jump on it. You cannot be sad that I'm disputing statistics. Why can't I dispute? Anybody can. Okay, I go somewhere now, for instance, Paul, I'm in Europe, so there's Nigeria is the most corrupt country in the world. I'm not going to entertain such. What are your indices? What are you using to say Nigeria is the most? I know they hear those kind of things. You must tell me what you don't see, what you make the talk say we are the most. So that's the case. So let me let you guys wrap up this way with what I've been talking about. I've titled this one "Ready to Soar." Before I would have said "Ready to Soar" with exclamation mark, Paul, but this one I put question mark. Before I say "Ready to Soar," but now I say "Ready to Soar" with question mark. Super Eagles land in Fez. By God's grace, I'll be in Fez on Sunday if everything goes well with this e-visa thing. Are they really good to go, Oga Paul? Are they really good to go? Sam.
Well, I will just watch them with an open mind. You know, I'm not because at this age I don't think I want to give myself that little bit of blood pressure stop. You know, when we say you go to shout, you go no. I don't watch Nations Cup, Morocco, OGS, and the rest of them. So I'll just watch with an open mind. You know, believing that as a Nigerian that they will do well. And, you know, the first game matters. The first game matters a lot. We hope we can overcome Tanzania, then play. I don't know what is Tunisia the second, I don't know. But, you know, we hope we can overcome them and, you know, bring the cup home. I remember in Senegal 92, when Siasia hit that, you know, the Senegalese for their stadium 2-1. I can't forget that day. January 1992. So we've had that history of playing well in the Nations Cup. Yes, 3 cups, and we should be expecting the 4th cup at this tournament. That's how I just believe. So I'm going to open my mind and believe that they can do it.
We'll see. That's the open mind we should have. Only you've already talked about it. I must say thanks so much, guys. I'll come back tomorrow night again. It's not that I don't know how to schedule this live, but my people in Canada and United States of America, you guys really keep me awake to do this. I said 1 hour. See, we've gone over 3 hours. Super Eagles don't wound me. I should be like you, Paul. I should protect my blood pressure.
That's all, my brother. That's all.
Thank you so much, guys.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
I can never forget Tunisia 94.
Yeah,
you know, a glory day, April 10, 1994, when we took that cup in Tunis.
Well, we should not forget the Nations Cup, the 2 Nations Cup before this last one that we went to the final. The last one before this one, where we finished 9 points and then went to go and lose against Tunisia.
I told you the story now. I was on my way to Cameroon.
That was like the hypest of the hype that we were. Like everybody was so confident.
I left London, got to Lagos. I missed my connecting flight to Yola. I had chartered a car that would drive me from Yola into Garoua in Cameroon.
In Cameroon, yeah.
So when I missed the flight, my guys just said, "No, we'll watch the game for Lagos. Now we go beat Tunisia." But Tunisia beat us.
Was it the 2004? I can't. Which one did we? 2004.
So it was in 2021 now.
2021, exactly.
Oh yeah, 2020. Oh, 2021. 2021.
I still carry myself go there. I say I will still cover that competition.
2021. I think crazy. It was. I don't know. It was just a technical.
We have no business letting go of Gennaro before the AFCON.
Yeah.
As
Yeah.
Nigerians, we're too emotional.
Yeah.
The problem was we thought, that we look. This guy was saying the truth. He said, "I am building." And whether I would like it or not, this team, 80% is still getting us rusty. The guy said was building.
I don't think
But
we would have missed the last two World Cup shy with him, because at least we never really missed any. We didn't miss any qualification with Senegal.
cannot draw. We qualify you for the World Cup. Look at you almost
Everything. We didn't miss.
close. We qualify you for the World Cup, give or take. Even when we fielded an ineligible player in
We
Abdullahi
still went.
Shua,
Yes, we're already gone.
We're already gone. Yeah. Yeah. We're already gone.
Let me let you guys go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So let me read comments
Thank you.
and pick it up. We'll talk tomorrow again, guys.
Yeah.
I appreciate the love. Yeah, so that's my people, Paul, and Stay Humble is just coming. Charles wants to enter studio again. Let me talk to Stay Humble, because Stay Humble was there yesterday. I don't think I talked to him. So Stay Humble, come on in. Let me talk to you. What's going on?
Yeah, thank you very much. I was going to join at 9 because you said you will be on at 9 p.m.
I tell a lot of lies with my timing. I'm terrible. So I come out of my TV show, and then so much is just happening. And before I know, it's 10, it's 11, it's 12 midnight. So let me now, because of you, I don't want to promise, but if I don't come 9 p.m. tomorrow, I'll come 10 p.m. Where are you based?
Yeah, so I stay in England.
Oh, nice. Wow, why are you not sleeping? It's 4 a.m. Don't be like me.
Yeah, well, did that else happen to be awake now?
Okay, nice. Let me let you drop your thoughts. So wrap up.
Yeah, so I have been a fan of or an ardent follower of the Super Eagles for more than 2 decades now. Since I was a kid anyway. We all grew up watching the Super Eagles and following them. And not just that, I have been quite passionate about our national teams generally, be it the under-17, under-20, the Falcons, Falconets, Flamingos, what have you, all the national teams across board. Anyway, yeah, so over the last few weeks, a number of things have happened in the scene, but I'll just comment on a few, because that's the focus now, the Super Eagles in Morocco.
Yeah.
And, it's a shame really that, what Morocco has been able to achieve in football in the last few years, it's what Nigeria probably should have achieved, but we've really retrogressed in, to an extent that we can't even host even an inter-house tournament in Africa. We cannot host inter-house sports as things are in Nigeria because we lack infrastructure. So, but this Morocco and a few other countries in Africa, they've done extremely well. And I promise you'll see how the tournament will pan out in Morocco. Everything will be top class, because they've hosted other tournaments just recently, and they've really delivered. So back to the Super Eagles, I read that Musa has retired from the national team. Good. It's long overdue. Anyway, he should have retired a long time ago. It's just that Nigeria being what it is, where things are just done the odd way. Otherwise, how could you be claiming to be a captain of the national team and you're not playing? If maybe they were able to influence the coach in this tournament to select him for this tournament, he wouldn't have retired. He would just go on there shamelessly, without actively playing football. And this did not start with Musa. This started back in the days. The players like Kano still were hanging around when they should have retired and giving chance to other players. Joseph Yobo, the same thing. So it looked like Musa learns from them. Dike was very honorable. He retired when the ovation was loud, Okocha, the same thing, retired when the ovation was loud. So you don't just wait till you are no longer playing football. Maybe you are doing politics somewhere, etc., etc., and then you're just hanging around, and you now suffer the embarrassment of not being selected for tournaments, before you retire. Musa is someone that contributed quite immensely to our national team. A lot of caps, a lot of goals, very important goals. He played so well in Europe, when he played for, this club in Holland and later CSK Moscow. He was so good. He didn't really flourish in England for a few reasons, but he had a very good career in Europe and a very good one in the team. Then back to the Super Eagles, really. Unfortunately, this is not the best time for us in terms of human resources. We have very exciting talents in the forward positions, in striking positions, but not in midfield or defense. We lack talents really, and it's not the fault of the coach. It's just the fault of the country. There's no investment in sports. Where there's no investment in anything. No investment in education, because education should go with sports.
That's right.
So there's no investment in sports over the years, and most times, because Nigerians are so ignorant about how things are actually supposed to run, it's not their fault. They grew up seeing the military messing up the whole country, so nobody has an idea how things are actually supposed to be. So each time they blame the NFF. The NFF themselves, they just corruption personified. But, of course, their role is to administer football, really, not to develop sports. The function of sports development lies with the government. So the government is not invested in sports. So we are not raising talent. We are not able to produce anything really. There was a time when the under-17 program really yielded a lot of fruits.
Right.
Then Bolaji Abdullahi was Minister for Sports, who I think is one of the best sports ministers we've had in the country. We were able to screen, produce under-17 players via screening, nationwide screening. The coaches went to major cities and towns, etc., and selected the best talent. After like 3-4 years, that program died, and just like everything in Nigeria. So now we are not producing anything. The likes of Ihan Acho, the likes of even Ndidi, who is the captain now, Chukwueze, Osimhen, name them. The best players we are, they all were produced from our cadet teams. So at some point, we just say, okay, let us rely on foreign-born players. Foreign-born players, they have their limitations. You hardly find an Okocha from the foreign-borns. You hardly find a Kano or Victor Osimhen or
But the major problem is when they even know that it is you who is coming to chase them. It's a problem. It's a problem. When you make them feel like, oh, well, our football is in crisis, we want you. First thing first, they must show that they want to represent the motherland. They must be passionate about it. We must see that love, that hunger, that commitment. But you've said it all. Even when we were building from the Bolaji Abdullahi time, from Aminu Megari time, from Sani Lulu, the problem with their age grade is that we lack conscience and win at all costs. So age cheat is still a canker-worm in our football. We must find a way to destroy that. That's why we lack progression. See, the last time we got a team from under 17 that went to under 20 and Super Eagles was them Samuel Chukwueze and Victor Osimhen. Since that time, we have not had genuine players who will transition into the senior men's national team. And you've said it all, because we don't invest and there's no long-term planning. So those are, I like that we're identifying these problems, and hopefully you joined late. We've been here. We talked about that because most times it's politically, motivated. Because if you check, say, presidents get intention to use sports to, push agenda and all of those things, so we'll not make progress. Thank you so much, my dear brother, for joining.
Yeah, thank you. What time are you coming tomorrow?
I will, let's say, from 9 to 11 p.m. UK time, max 11 p.m. UK time.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be here. And I will talk more because there will be a lot of details. The Super Eagles, they are now in their base in Fez. We do 2 training sessions tomorrow, so there will definitely be talking points, So it will be really engaging, and I can bring you to join the other guys. I like it when the analysis, is wide and robust, and we can get different views. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, like this video, and turn on notifications. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Stay humble. Yeah, stay humble, guys. Stay humble. Thank you so much to everyone. We lost the guys on TikTok. I tell them that they should bump up the likes. Guys, before we go, don't forget to please like the video. I appreciate everyone that has been doing this with me. Charles, thank you so much. Charles, I was getting ready to leave when you were coming back on. So tomorrow, Charles, let's continue that. But you can't blame them. Our football administrators don't take care of our football. Well, I agree that everything rises and falls on leadership, but where we need to blame players, we blame players. Sanel, tell the politicians to hands up their interference in the team, federal character, affirmative action, cultural system, skilling the world's team. Yeah, those are the issues. Thank you, Sanel, for your comment. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Adeshola. I saw your comments. Guys, I need 5 people to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell me, I've liked this video, I've subscribed. We're about to go. Because I see a lot of persons joining, but we're not liking the video. We need to like the video so that the algorithm will get busy and will push it out. 3 hours. And why I like this conversation, we don't just come here and talk super Eagles. We're addressing issues. Our analysis are on point. You see, guys, let me tell you one thing. Particularly vital info if you are listening. I'm not your straightforward or these the journalists that will come and talk like this. I explore all sides. See me? I'm big on balance. Okay? It's very, very important. That's what we are lacking in today's broadcasting and everybody just coming at this thing. I can have an opinion, but it must be based on facts. It must be based on deep, well thought out research that I can back up with proper findings. So I touch every aspect, I don't just come and say, sometimes I do analysis, just like yesterday. Someone was saying, Austin, I can't believe Austin is talking like this because he feels I'm talking for DR Congo. I will talk Nigeria side. I will talk DR Congo side. Don't think because I'm Nigeria, I'll just face Nigeria. You guys make that mistake a lot about me. I'm not that kind of guy. I noticed some people had problems with me during the Women's Africa Cup of Nations when I was saying that Zambia is doing well, and I was coming from the back of the last Women's Africa Cup of Nations when Zambia defeated Nigeria. People were forgetting, that happened. Oh, Austin is not supporting Super Falcons. How can you be supporting Zambia? Don't be myopic. There are different aspects of life. Don't just look at things like this because that's what concerns you. Explore the other side. Look at the other side. Like, see, now I'm saying that Ralph Onyedika is the best midfielder that we have. I am telling you because he plays regular Champions League football. He plays in his club too. But I'm saying Champions League because it is competitive. And someone say, don't I see he will be at Fulham? That's the issue. Chukwuduwara, I see your comments. That's what I was just addressing now. That Iwobi is the best player. Do you watch Fulham? Nah. Yeah. Thank you so much, Charles. Thank you, everyone. So, guys, the Africa Cup of Nations is here. It's the 35th edition. Morocco, they are smashing the records. They say they want to give us a record-breaking Africa Cup of Nations. I like this one because it's time for Africa. It's time for the world to see that we can do the right things in Africa. And if Morocco wants to lead that campaign, we must support them. And hopefully it will rub off, particularly countries like Nigeria that claim that we're giants of Africa. We've got the people, we've got the market, but our leadership is terrible. Administration and management dead. So we're going nowhere. We're still treating football as leisure. So I just hope that we'll go to this AFCON with an open mind. Let it charge us. Let us reflect and see ways that we can tap into what Morocco is already enjoying with football. It's tough, but it can be done. That's why we need to, find a way to get into the mix. I talk about it. See, 3 hours now we're talking about everything Nigeria football. That's my 10%. Charles is charging everybody. Go to Mobike's page, sign the petition. That's his 10%. Dr. Adeshola, you can decide to go to your state and sponsor a small football team, the women's team. That's your 10%. By the time we all start doing these things, we are gradually taking our football, we're taking our destiny into our hands. But for now, it's all about the Africa Cup of Nations. The Super Eagles, are they ready to soar? Are they really ready to go? Are they good to go? Can they get us talking at the Africa Cup of Nations? Can the Super Eagles sing the redemption song? Can they say sorry to Nigerians for missing out of the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Can they win the trophy in Morocco? These Super Eagles, do they inspire? Do you see confidence? Do you see quality? Are you pumped up? Are you excited to watch them at the AFCON? What about leadership? The Nigeria Football Federation. Have you seen planning? Good planning from them? Have you seen management? Have you seen leadership? Can we use football to inspire young persons in Nigeria? Let's talk about all of these things, having the AFCON in mind. I'll be right there at the comment section. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it engaging. I'll see you guys around again. That's it.